Started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
The Subaru A Lot to Love event is happening now at Subaru of Glendale. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek CVT for just $229 a month plus tax for 36 months. 2 at this payment. VIN SH30 $99.97 and SH31 $34.15. MSRP $28,212. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRA-03.
If your AC breaks down, call NextGen, the official AC plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. For a limited time, receive a free no-ozone air purifier with any new system installation. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. CSLB number 1011173.
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer. The sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And you know here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together. Enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends. Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor. And we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on for your Thursday afternoon.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
Here we go, the LA Afternoon Drive takeover on this August 7th. And what a day it was yesterday. A show we will remember forever as we stretched 3 hours out of Cappy picking his nose. The second day of content we got from this.
And his pinky finger, digging deep into his left nostril for a significant amount of time.
Oh, my God.
And
Plus, Rachel checked into the show.
Wait, did you lick? You might have flicked and licked. Wait.
No flick, no lick.
Oh, this is not real.
Right, this is AI generated, Rachel. This is AI.
Will we actually talk sports today? Who knows, Jack? Who knows?
Oh.
I'm out with Sedano.
Followers.
Maliava, because I thought it was like I'm a leaving.
A duck butt. What is that?
Let's do it. The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
A Jerusalem cherry.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year.
Christopher can go to hell. Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm.
I mean, look at me. I'm a hot piece of ass. I mean, look at him.
Oh, man, I didn't know they come up on the glass.
Like a French bread, do you eat the butt?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
Yeah. So do
you eat that butt? Okay.
I love it. The heel, the butt.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Sedano and Cap, your Thursday afternoon in the Southland right now.
Yeah. Doesn't it piss you off when Mason and Andy don't listen? I'm trying to tell these kids what's going on. I'm at a freaking college football seminar. I'm talking to the who's who of college football.
Well, I
trying
literally
to tell these kids.
when I talk to the guy who runs the thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Come
telling
on.
you, like, what, like, and, you know, like, I don't know how many other ways I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And look, the reality is this. If you don't like the passion, then go listen to someone else or suck it. One or the other.
Okay, you see, suck it. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I will just say this. I think, and guys, if I'm wrong, let me know. I'm here for it, okay?
See.
I think that 99%, not an official statistic, George, this is a made-up stat. I think 99% of USC fans want USC to play Notre Dame.
As they should.
I can tell you this, as a Pitt alum, 99.9% of us want to play Penn State. And you know what? 9 out of 10 times they seem to win. So I want to keep traditional rivalries alive and to use as an excuse if we play them because they're really tough and we lose, that's why we're not going to get in the playoff. How do you know? What if you had a crappy season?
Well, the reality is this. I'm telling you, like, again, the tougher you schedule out of conference, the more wiggle room you're going to have, more leeway you're going to have in the eyes of the committee. They're going to say, oh, well, you know, they lost to Notre Dame, who's a top 5 team, and they lost by a field goal. Well, you know what? That'll factor into the equation.
Just like a couple years ago. Remember the story a couple years ago when Florida State had an amazing year, but they lost their quarterback?
Right.
And they didn't.
And
make
their
it
backup
into the playoff.
quarterbacks were terrible.
Right. And they didn't make it into the playoff.
And their fans were furious.
Not only their fans, college football purists were upset.
Right.
Because I want to say check me on this. Were they undefeated or maybe they had
They
one
were
loss?
undefeated going into that, yes.
Okay, so they were undefeated.
But they won a couple of games with their backup quarterbacks, but like ugly, like 19-16, and like against teams that weren't all that great necessarily. So like the committee was like, and they were really good teams in that.
But the argument was back then for those that supported Florida State going into the playoff. The argument was this is Florida State. This is a top-level program, historically speaking. They play in a top-level conference, the ACC.
And they were mad that Alabama got in over them, yes, at 12-1.
But to your point, there is subjectivity.
Right.
There is a human being looking at this. It is not just a computer. This is not ChatGPT saying who are the best teams in college football.
They have
There's
both,
a bunch of humans.
actually. They have both. They have the Google guy, you know what I'm saying? And then they've got the humans.
Right, and the humans were all like, hey, we want to put the best product together. So Florida State, when they had their starting quarterback, was the best product. Without their starting quarterback, they're not. Keep them out. And then you remember what happened? Georgia, who was the defending 2-time national champion, also did not get in. Right. They wound up playing each other, I want to say, in the Orange Bowl. Yeah. And Georgia ham-slammed Florida State, proving that Florida State just did not belong.
They had a lot of opt-outs. Like Verse didn't play in that game, and a bunch of their NFL guys didn't play. But they still would have lost. There's no question in my mind. Yes.
So last thought, though. If you're a USC fan,
you should want to play
alum,
Notre Dame. Yes.
Absolutely. And if by chance you beat them,
correct,
then you're going to go. And if by chance you don't beat them and you don't go, well, then you probably weren't good enough anyway.
Right. And the reality is, let's say you do lose some, but it's a close game. It'll factor into the equation. Like, it's a real thing. Like, they will, the human element will look at that game and say, wow, you know what? USC, you know, they may have, you know, let's say they lose to, I don't know, let's say Notre Dame is 1, Oregon is 2, and let's say they have a third loss. Now, if the third loss, excuse me, I just burped.
You burped, didn't you? Wait, let's just pause on that for like 1 quick second so I can say, excuse you.
Yeah.
I mean, how'd that feel?
It was good.
Yeah.
I needed it. Yeah.
I know. And next time, let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, next time, just let it go.
Like, if your third loss, okay, if you're looking at your losses, right? Like, Oregon is going to be a top 5 team, okay? Notre Dame is a top 5 team. If your third loss is, let's just call it in Illinois, in Mason's case, where example he used, if they were ranked what they were ranked last year, which is 15th, that's a quality loss.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not like losing to, like, I don't know, Purdue.
I would say losing to Illinois could look better than a ugly, just barely get over Georgia Southern kind of win.
Correct.
Can you imagine beating Georgia Southern 24-23? And then everybody looks at you and goes, well, wait a second. What the hell, man? Well, hey, wait, we're 9-3. How come we're not getting in? Well, because you lost to these guys and these guys. They were top teams. You lost to these guys. They were ranked 23 at the time, but you freaking just barely got by Georgia Southern.
And to your point on like this example of Georgia Southern, right? Let's say Clay Helton makes this thing like a close game somehow. Yes, if they win that game by a score, the committee's gonna and it's between them and a team that doesn't have a bad victory. I mean, I guess no victory is bad, but a victory by that short of a margin or that small of a margin, the committee's going to be like, if it's USC or Alabama, and the difference is basically Alabama beat, I don't know,
McNeese State
or Florida State.
Okay, use that.
They beat Florida State by 3 touchdowns, and USC only beat Georgia Southern by a field goal. Then the committee's like, yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to put in Alabama, who beat Florida State on the road by 3 touchdowns.
And George, look, I can understand Lincoln Riley's thoughts on this because Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma where he had a really great thing going. He took big money to come to USC. This is probably only year 4 of 10. There's a lot of money out there for Lincoln Riley. By the way, if they fired him, they're going to have to pay him. But he doesn't want to be fired. He doesn't want to be embarrassed. He wants to be successful.
Yeah.
And if you're Lincoln Riley, you're thinking to yourself, this is the mindset.
Yeah.
What is the upside? The upside is if we beat Notre Dame, good. We've positioned ourselves, presuming the rest of the season when is scheduled. If we're good enough to beat Notre Dame, especially what Notre Dame is right now, then things have gone well for us. But the downside is that they're better right now than we are. So right now, I don't want to see those guys. I just don't see there's too much risk and not enough reward because the likelihood is that they're going to be a big favorite at where the Notre Dame program is today and where the SC program is today.
Right.
And you see it all the time. I mean, sometimes you have a big school that plays a little school and you only play them because it's kind of a local rivalry. But then after a while, when the little school upsets the big school starts to go, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
What's the upside here?
Yeah.
And for Lincoln Riley, who does not want to get fired, who does not want to lose this job, who wants to be successful in his business and in his career, why do I want to play Notre Dame when I can schedule Georgia Southern? I can get a win against Georgia Southern. I'm a big underdog against Notre Dame. The reason is, Coach, is because it's not about one person or one era. It's about the history of the organization. In this case, USC football. USC Notre Dame belong together on the field every year, regardless of who's good and who's not good.
Correct.
Thank you.
Fight on.
Say that with all due respect, Coach. But, listen, could you imagine Lincoln Riley being at Oklahoma going, I don't want to play Oklahoma State anymore. No, I don't want to play Nebraska anymore. I don't want to play Texas anymore. Why not? They're too good. No, these are the teams you play when you coach at Oklahoma. Notre Dame is a team you play when you coach at USC.
I would agree wholeheartedly. And
Thanks a
again,
hell of a lot.
it's going to – coaches need to come to the realization, and schools and fans and media types, that scheduling hard is going to be the way to go moving forward. You're not going to get rewarded for beating Southern Missouri State every week outside of conference.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is why, if you're a Boise State and you're trying to be one of those group of 5 schools that can somehow break in, you're begging these teams to play you. And a lot of times teams don't want to play you.
Right.
No one take that risk.
Yeah.
So I got it. But again, Mason is like a lot of, I'm sure there are other SC fans that feel the same way. It's too dangerous of a game. Nonsense. If you can't beat Notre Dame during the regular season,
then you're not going to win. You're not, once you get in the playoff, who are you going to, you're going to play those types of teams anyway.
Right. When you get up against Georgia, how's that going to go?
Right.
When you get up against Alabama, how do you think you're going to do?
Yeah. Like that's what you're going to play.
I mean, you can't get out of playing against teams in the conference. You're going to see Michigan. You're going to see Ohio State. Maybe not every year, but you're going to see those teams. What are you going to do? Cry about that? I don't want to play Ohio State this year. They're good.
Yeah.
I'd rather play Ohio University.
I mean, by the way, they have not played Ohio State yet.
No, they have not.
Twice now.
Yep. This is the second year.
Right. So, and they're playing, I mean, their schedule is manageable.
USC schedule?
Yeah. Especially the early part.
Well, you do got that Georgia Southern game, man. Clay Helton, I don't know if he's got enough talent to play USC.
If they're not 4-0 going into Illinois, then really sound the alarms.
All right, let's do that. Let's see him get. Hey, listen, there's a lot of good games on this USC schedule this year. If you're USC, you don't back down to anybody.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Yes.
We're freaking USC. We're not Rutgers. Sorry, Rutgers, but you understand what I'm saying.
I mean, think about this, dude. Like if you're not the SEC, okay, you have to schedule hard because they're the ones that are going to get the benefit of the doubt. Understandably so, because their conference, the top 8 teams are really good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, USC starts off against Missouri State. Hey, I'd love to go to the Coliseum for the Missouri State game, but it's like 100 degrees and there's no shade, and I don't know who Missouri State is. Then the week 2, you got Georgia Southern. At least a storyline can be built there with Clay Helton coming back.
Right.
And you're on the road at Purdue. And Purdue hasn't really been very good for quite some time. And then you've got Michigan State. So 3 of your first 4 games are at home. Yeah, you got to start out 4-0 at least.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to break. Let's keep this conversation going.
All right,
let's do that, Cappy, because we're way off already.
Well, that's Mason's fault.
I mean, it is. It's also my fault.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Andy.
Am I absolved?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I feel good about that.
Yeah. And it was just nice to not talk about boogers for a few minutes.
Well,
I mean, listen, we're not going to get away from not talking boogers at some point again today, briefly. But, yeah, I mean,
I know. I was walking down the street last night. We were going to see this restaurant, Cole's, that French dip place.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm walking down the street. People are yelling across the street, "Yo, Cap!" And they're taking their fingers and they're sticking them in their nose. How's this look? Huh?
Yeah.
How's
Specifically
this?
the pinky.
Yeah, specifically the pinky, right? Right, DeAndre? They're like, "Yo, Cap! How's that? How's that taste, Cap?"
All right, let's get back into this in a second. And we'll talk about your trip to Cole's, too. 710 ESPN.
All right, hey, before we hit this break, I want to tell everybody that you guys know the story by now, right? I mean, like, summertime's starting to come to an end. If your kids are going back to high school, that could happen, like, next week. My kids are starting to take off to go back to college. So you may have already gone to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, and you may have already bought your brand-new Subaru, and you may have already enjoyed some summer road tripping. But if you haven't, just because the kids are going back to school doesn't mean this isn't a great time to come to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton and look around, because we've got a full lineup of all the brand new Subarus. Plus, we've got a nice lineup of certified pre-owned Subarus as well, where sometimes you find something that's like practically brand new, but it costs a lot less just because it's got a few extra miles on it. Subarus are sporty, they're roomy, they are exceptionally safe, as in the safest vehicles on the road. They're rugged. I love the all-wheel drive because I've been talking about summer road trips. Now start thinking about, hey, football season's coming. The fall will be here. You need that all-wheel drive. You're going up to Big Bear. You're going up to Mammoth. You're taking those kinds of winter road trips. You're packing the snowboards and the skis and the kids and everybody in the vehicle. And you want that latest and greatest technology. You want that massive screen so you can see your map and know exactly where you're going. Come down to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Visit with Omar. He's the general manager. His entire staff, they're going to take great care of you. They're going to get you into the right Subaru for the right price. So let's get you down to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Cannot possibly miss us. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com for more information. OceanSubaruOC.com going to get you the entire lineup of our entire inventory. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form, and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, football fans, ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes at your favorite NFL studios, where the biggest stories, highlights, and game day coverage are created? Now's your chance to find out with the NFL Experience, part of the SoFi Stadium Tour. Go inside the NFL's West Coast headquarters and get a rare look at the heart of football media. Plus, get exclusive access to SoFi Stadium and explore premium spaces. Walk through the team locker rooms, check out the press areas, and even head down to the field where the pros play. Available on select days. Book your tour now at SoFiStadium.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. Don't forget this Saturday, Rams preseason football kicks off on your home of the Rams, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and the one and only George Sedano will be doing the play-by-play. Hear it Saturday, Rams Cowboys live from SoFi. Hear it right here on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app. Sedano and Kap rolls on.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. It's Sedano and Kap.
It's just one of those songs where you don't say anything. You just kind of bounce your head. Yeah, I agree. Sort of lay out. Georgie, I'm really psyched for you for Saturday night.
Saturday afternoon, but yes, thank you.
What time's the game?
Clock.
You say 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it was so early.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm trying to, this whole time, for some reason, I thought the game was at like 7 o'clock at night. So I'm glad you're telling me this, because I was contemplating going. Could you imagine I show up at 7 o'clock, the game's over? Like, where's everybody going? Did a concert just get out? Now they're going to let the fans in to go see the Rams play? Moron.
That would be something you do, though. It'd be hilarious.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'd be pulling up to the stadium, and I'm like, traffic can be a real headache, kind of getting in here to SoFi. And then I'm like, but wait a second, I'm going against traffic. What the hell's going on here? I walk in. They're like, sir, what can we do for you? I'm like, well, here's my tickets. Why is everybody leaving? Oh, missed the game. 4 o'clock game time, huh?
4 o'clock, buddy.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to listen to you.
Be there nice and early.
Yeah, what time are you going to get there? You get there about noonish?
Nah, about like 1-ish.
Okay, 1-ish. Okay, I'm excited. I'm going to listen to you for sure. Now, by the way, it's not like it's the first time you've called an NFL game on radio.
No, I've called NFL games before. I've just never have called one for the Rams.
Right. This is exciting.
I have called a Rams game. I just haven't called a Rams game on their flagship.
Right, which is our radio station. And by the way, no excuses. I'm telling you right now, no excuses.
Now what?
Listen, the people who are going to be listening to this game are likely listeners to this radio station.
Now what do you want me to do?
I want you to promote the show properly. I mean, it's one thing when you're going on.
Easy.
Yeah, when you
go DeMarco's going to be in the booth with me. We're talking about this.
I want lots of promotion for Sedano and Kap.
Okay.
And if DeMarco wants to do promotion for Travis and DeMarco, he should do that as well.
Well, of course, yeah. I thought you were going to ask me to do something like silly.
No, I mean, don't pick your nose while you're in the middle of the broadcast on
Right,
camera.
I'll try my best not to do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Blow your nose like a professional. God, I am taking all kinds of heat from this thing yesterday, dude.
I mean, even when you were walking to Kohl's, people were stopping you.
We got done yesterday with the show, and we went down to Kohl's, which is the original French dip since 1908. This bar has been there forever.
How was their au jus?
It was good. The thing is that Funchy had told us a story, or maybe it was Lindsay, had a story a couple weeks ago, like, hey, this legendary spot in L.A., it's closing down. So I'm like, guys, I really want to go. George, totally randomly, I was talking to a buddy of mine, And I was telling him, hey, have you ever heard of Cole's, the French dip place? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm a part owner. I go, what? He goes, yeah, I'm a part owner. I go, you're kidding me. He goes, no. He goes, tell me when you want to go. So last night we all piled up. We all went. I called my buddy Mark. He called the manager, and the manager was like, yeah, come on down. And we thought there was going to be this massive line. He was going to walk us right in. There wasn't a line, thankfully. And we had
It was late, too.
Yeah. Well, it was like 7:30.
Yeah.
Me, Morales, and Stefa, along with DeAndre and Funchie, and then we had all the kids in the back. We had Parker, and we had Anthony, we had Jonathan, and we went in there, and we ordered it up, and it was bomb. And I'm glad we did it. But, George, the thing is that by showing up and by talking about it on the air and everything else, now they're thinking that maybe they don't go out of business because all of a sudden everybody's shown up. In fact, there was one, they were telling us that they couldn't even serve everybody because they didn't have enough food.
Yeah, they ran out of food.
Yeah. What'd you guys think? What's your score, DeAndre? What'd you think of the French dip?
I give it a solid 8.
8 of 10?
Yep.
Okay. Funchie, you didn't have the French dip, right?
I did not. I had
Wait a second. You went to the French dip restaurant?
Yeah, but
and
they have
didn't
a
the French
braised
dip?
lamb dip. That's what I had. A lamb dip.
Okay.
It was.
But you
it was
still had
really
the
good.
dip.
Yeah, I still had a dip.
Oh,
it was
you
really,
still
really
dipped
good.
it? Yeah? Okay. I liked it, too. I liked it a lot.
You got to go back, seriously.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, everybody tells me it's a tough part of town. I don't know, man. Maybe it's the nose picking that made people leave me alone. Like, people are like, oh, here comes the nose picker.
Yeah.
Don't go near him.
Here comes the nose picker, murderer. I'm the lyrical gangster, murderer.
I need Kamosi.
I need Kanozi.
I need Kamosi. That's his name.
No, I called him I need Kanozi.
I don't understand what happened on yesterday's show.
Oh, I do.
What is your analysis of what took place yesterday?
That you made us have a legendary moment that will forever be remembered on this show because you are a lovable buffoon.
Well, I didn't mean to be. I mean, honestly, if the camera stays off, as was the intention, I pick my nose all day long and nobody knows the difference.
Yeah.
But, and this stuff only can happen to a guy like me. It only happens to me.
Yeah.
That my leg hit the camera button, the camera
Well,
went
again,
on.
that's where your problem started, as Rachel and I talked about yesterday.
You know what I'm doing, George? You know how I'm combating this problem going forward?
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that I never get caught again. I'm getting now one of those things like Uber drivers have.
Yeah.
You know, like
well, you
those,
could also just do it put it in the cup holder. I mean, that's easy.
Well, yeah, but I'm getting one of those cup holders that has the magnetic thing on it so that the back of your phone can actually stick to it. I'm getting a car phone holder. And I'm going to make sure that going forward, I never have to put my phone between my legs again.
Hey, Cappy, to your defense, I was driving with my phone between my legs today, too.
Is this something you do regularly, or is this something you just
No,
decided
it's not something
to try
I do regularly. You did FaceTime me. You did
in
FaceTime me, so I had to
solidarity
put
with
my
Cappy?
legs. I had to put the phone between my legs for a second, and then I had to pick up.
That is totally true, George. I FaceTimed Funchie today, and he was driving, and I got to see his angle just like everybody saw me picking my nose from that angle. And that video has gone crazy to the point where today I start getting calls from people around the station. They're like, dude, we had this meeting with the Lakers today because we were announcing, that we've got the Lakers until 2030.
We're back.
It's awesome. It's just great news for the radio station. It's great news for all the listeners. I'm sure LeBron was celebrating today, although separately, he and Bronny somewhere else. But I got to just say, I think it's great news. But yet the Laker people were saying to our people, the hell's up with your boy and the nose picking?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Tommy texted us today.
Yeah.
Tommy Lamb. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, listen, what can I tell you guys? I was very concerned, if I'm being really, really honest. I thought Rachel's going to break up with me over this. She did not. She didn't. She even let me kiss her today.
Were you surprised, Cap?
Ooh.
I thought she was going to be so totally, utterly disgusted and mad at me. But you know what? She was cool. She was like, hey, listen, people pick their nose. And sometimes people get caught on camera picking their nose, even on professional business meetings.
Yeah, well, listen, you survived, Cappy. The video's out there. People saw it. It was a great moment. So,
yeah, I guess
a moment in Sedano and Cap history, as they like to say.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we'll be bringing that back up a year from now.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we got an hour number 2 coming up, Cappy. Hour number 2 of 3. So let's dive into a couple things. Because I do want, you mentioned the Lakers. There's this kind of notion based on this story that was out yesterday on ESPN.com that we started to mention, and then the Booger thing happened again for 3 hours. And I feel like we should dive into a little bit of that about kind of the way the Lakers can build and do all that stuff. We got a lot of football. Your Raiders are playing. There's so many things to get into in hour number 2.
And just one other thing to consider.
Yeah.
Sadly, and I told you this, unfortunately, bad things always happen to a particular organization.
Yeah, right. A bad thing happened today. So we'll get into all that in hour number 2 here on Sedano Kap, 710 ESPN.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. Sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Rams fans, the 2025 Rams regular season is right around the corner. Don't miss any regular season home games this year with marquee matchups against the 49ers, Lions, Texans, Buccaneers, and more for only $97 per game.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium or beverage drink. Waba Grill, keeping it real for you.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Mace here. These days it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, and screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here, KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It's 4 o'clock in the Southland, and this is Sedano and Kap. The LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. It is the Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour. Get to Waba Grill for their new $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Right now, it's time for What You Need to Know with producer Lindsay on Sedano and Kap on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and watch live at ESPN Los Angeles on YouTube.
All right, it's time for What You Need to Know, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Take it away, Fungi.
Thank you, Sedano. So the NFL is officially back, I suppose. 3 preseason games today, one at 4 o'clock right now. Colts take on the Ravens. Another one at 4:30 has the Bengals take on DeAndre Sorry Eagles.
Sorry, Eagles.
Sorry, they're the Super Bowl champions.
Hey, sorry.
He's just a bitter Commanders fan. That's why.
Also, 7 o'clock, the big one, the Raiders. Pete Carroll goes back to Seattle. He goes home to face the Seahawks.
Can I just ask a quick question about that game?
What's up?
So Pete Carroll returns to Seattle. So does Geno Smith. It's not like Geno Smith was some Super Bowl champion when he was in Seattle, but Pete Carroll was. Pete comes back for game 1 of the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Do they do one of these like Pete Carroll tribute?
Yeah, you got to.
Deal?
You have to.
I don't necessarily agree. Here's why.
Okay.
I feel like if this were week 1 of the regular season, I would buy it. Week 1 of the preseason. I mean, this is not going to be.
What if he's never going to? You don't know if he's ever going to come back there.
Oh,
right?
he may not. You're exactly right. He may not.
So now's the time to do it.
I know, but I'll tell you what. I'll reserve judgment because I'm going to watch. But if the stadium is like empty and it's not exciting, I'm not going to like it.
I mean, okay, you can not like it. I get that part of it. But what I'm saying is you may never know if he's ever going to come back. So you might as well do it now because if you don't do it, I think that's a bad look too.
I know, but it's a preseason game, man.
Okay, but
You know, like
there's no way to know that he's coming back for a regular
Yeah, like the
season game.
Seahawks are not under the Raiders' regular season schedule at all.
No,
how
they're
often
not.
do the Raiders play the Seahawks?
I don't know, but I would say this, that like I don't know like what division is going to play what division next year, but if I know the NFL schedule makers like I think I do, don't you think that they're going to put the Raiders in Seattle at some point? Listen, that's why the Steelers are playing the Jets in week 1. Everybody knew Aaron Rodgers was going to go to the Steelers. And Justin, what's his name? Fields left the Steelers and went to the Jets. So Aaron Rodgers gets a shot at his old team for the last 2 years. And I want to say Pittsburgh plays Green Bay later in the year as well. So I just feel like a regular season game is where this stuff should happen. Like when Anthony Davis returned for the Lakers, when he left and went to Dallas and came back, that was deep into the season. When Shohei Ohtani when he went and played in Anaheim for the first time. You know, that's a regular season game. This isn't some spring training nonsense.
I get it, but you just never know if he's coming back.
I got your point. It's fair. I buy it. I just don't. I hope that I'm right. That they're like, hey, welcome back, Coach Carroll, everybody. Versus like the full extravagant production of he was a Super Bowl champion. He led the team to the Super Bowl. All these playoff appearances. He turned around the Seahawks program. Yeah, he did. But it's preseason game number 1.
Have they won a Super Bowl before him?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big deal because he bought him a first Super Bowl.
Right, and they went to the Super Bowl. They played the Steelers. The Super Bowl was in Detroit. I believe
Yeah, they
Mike
lost.
Holmgren,
Matt Hasselbeck. Yeah,
right,
that was Mike Holmgren.
Right,
yeah.
Yep, Matt Hasselbeck. And I think it was the game.
Which, by the way, do you remember how controversial that game was?
Well, was that the game where Hines Ward, was it Hines Ward or who made like a spectacular catch, like right in the back of the end zone, like tippy toe?
It's Antonio Holmes.
Antonio Holmes. It could have been. It's a. You might be right. Well, we're going to find out.
I remember there being when watching that Super Bowl, there were a lot of questionable calls that went the Steelers' way in that one, particularly later in the game.
I'm gonna have to.
There was like a pass interference, particularly against Seattle. And there was like some holding penalties. Like I remember watching that game, okay? And this was in the very, very, very early stages of social media. And people were pissed.
Let's see here. Steelers defeated the Seahawks. This was Super Bowl 40, I believe. 21-10. This is in 2006 at Ford Field in Detroit.
Yeah.
And let's see here. And this was when Jerome Bettis went home.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and Hines Ward was the MVP of the game.
Here, look, referee Bill Levy later admitted to making 2 bad calls in the fourth quarter that impacted the game, including one that nullified a potential Seahawks touchdown and another that gave the Steelers favorable field position.
Mm-hmm.
Many Seahawks fans felt robbed of a potential Super Bowl victory due to what they perceived as biased officiating.
Let's see. Key play, 43-yard touchdown from Antoine Randall L.
There you go.
Oh,
to Hines Ward. Yeah, right, I know.
By the way, that Antonio Holmes catch was against the Cardinals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because that was the same game that I believe linebacker was James Harrison, who was like kind of short but super thick, and he like
Strong
rambled all the way down the field. And did he score like on a fumble recovery? I mean,
he
was
some
like
sort of turnover.
Right, rumbling, stumbling, that whole thing.
That's the only time the Cardinals have ever been in the Super Bowl.
Kurt Warner's Cardinals, right?
Right, correct.
Yeah. Well, here we go, because it's now after 4 o'clock, so you've got
here
Baltimore.
we go, Cappy. We're in it, first quarter, and there's already officials huddling.
All right, Baltimore versus Indianapolis, and
we had already the
watching.
first drive here. What do we got?
Yeah,
they went down the field. Oh, that's like a pass interference.
Cooper Rush is starting for the
by
Ravens.
the Colts, but they're saying that the Ravens are arguing that should have been pass interference. Mm-hmm. So John Harbaugh not happy, but it looks like the Colts. Oh no, pass interference, offensive pass interference. Wow.
I see Cooper Rush is quarterbacking Baltimore, and he was with Dallas last
for
year.
many years. Yeah.
And I believe that Joe Noteboom,
former Rams offensive lineman,
is now starting at left tackle, at least in this game for Baltimore.
And there's Anthony Richardson coming out. I mean, he's in a competition with Daniel Jones. So,
gosh, you are so far ahead of me. It's unbelievable.
Really?
I swear to you. Like, I think I just saw Cooper Rush throw an interception, I think.
Oh, man, you're behind. You're way behind.
I got to be 15 seconds behind you guys, at least. Maybe more. Oh, because now here's the referees huddling up.
Oh, man, you are so behind.
Offense already in the field.
The Colts are the Colts are already on the field. They're like at the 47 already to start the drive.
God. This is crazy.
Richardson, little play action, Cappy. Drops back, throws towards the sideline. Nice little scoop comeback catch there by Adonai Mitchell, formerly of Texas. Picks up a first down on what looks to be like a 14-yard gain.
You are watching a different game. Cooper Rush drops back, looks for Wade, throws the ball towards the sideline, and it looks like it's picked off by Indianapolis. But no, wait, pass interference on offense. Offensive pass interference. Ball is turned over. I mean, this is how far behind you guys I am.
Yeah, I mean, it's first down. They're already in Ravens territory at the 38. Yeah.
Wow.
Another play-action pass. Richardson under duress, sets up a screen to his tight end, weaving through traffic, gets down, taken down near the 30.
Here comes Richardson onto the field to lead the Colts to their first possession on offense, and we're going to see what this Colts offense looks like on his first play from
looks
scrimmage.
Like another flag on the play, though.
What down are you on?
We are first down from the 38, but there's a penalty. Illegal man downfield, it looks like. Yeah, illegal man downfield on the Colts. So it'll be second down. Loss of down.
I'm 1st and 10, ball on the 47-yard line. I mean, this is how far behind you guys I am. It's
how
insane.
are you that far behind?
I don't get it. How is it possible? Why is this?
I mean, you're always so far behind.
What are you watching it on? Are you watching on your phone? Or are you watching
No. I'm using the Spectrum app on my television. And by the way, they just showed the stadium, right? Okay, if let's say the Ravens stadium could hold 65,000 people, there are 20,000 people in the stadium. That's my point about the Raiders going to Seattle. If the stadium is empty and you're doing this Pete Carroll tribute, that sucks.
Yeah. I know it sucks, Cappy, but you can't take the chance that you can't have him in the building and not recognize him.
You're probably right. That's kind of the point, is that you can't have him there without recognizing.
Right. So
I
that's
got
the tough part.
I'm with you.
That is the tough part. What do we got here?
All right,
Second and 13 after the penalty. Backed up there to the 39.
Boy, the referees are already in midseason form. Penalties.
Nice play over the middle. Tight end stabs that one near the 35-yard line. There we go.
I mean, dude, the referees, these guys are ready for the Super Bowl, and they haven't even played one preseason game because they're literally calling penalties on every freaking play. Guys, it's preseason game 1. Let them play. Let them play a little bit, all right? It's the first series. Right.
Yeah.
First freaking series of the game. 1st and 15, ball on the Baltimore 43-yard line.
Starks is playing for the Ravens. The rookie out of Georgia. Corner. He's good. First round
that pickup. Yeah?
He's first-round pick, dude. The guy can ball.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Richardson, clean pocket. Now the pocket collapsing. Throws over the middle. Dangerous pass at the 20. Nearly picked off by the Ravens, Cappy. Malachi Starks in coverage.
If I were watching at the exact same time you were watching, you could do play-by-play and I could do color commentary.
I know, but you're 45 seconds behind.
I'm honestly, I'm like 3 possessions behind.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't Malachi Starks. It's somebody else. I can't believe you're that far behind.
I don't understand why. It's got to have something to do.
Why don't you just have regular TV?
I gave up on regular TV. I'm now a cord cutter.
That's dumb. You're going to be behind.
You got real
field
cable?
goal attempt. Oh, splits the uprights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you're ruining it for me, you know? I'm going to my
Shane
phone.
Steichen clapping. John Harbaugh also clapping. Good job by the defense to hold them to a field goal.
I'm going to my phone to see if my phone is faster. Okay, hey, how about this? You ready? On my phone, here comes the field goal attempt.
Right? Yeah.
Field goal attempt on my phone. Field goal is good.
What about your TV?
No, it's way behind. Right now, 37.
So your phone is like 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, because on my phone, the field goal is good. On my TV, 3rd and 7. Richardson looking. Ooh, dangerous pass across the middle. Broken up by Baltimore. Looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt. On my phone, it's a commercial. On my TV, they're coming out to attempt a field goal.
Yeah,
what
that's
the F,
weird.
bro?
Yeah.
What the funch?
What the funch at 5:30, by the way. Yeah.
I'm here.
DeAndre, you fired up for football and returning defending champions?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm ready to see what the Eagles are going to be doing out here, man. They got a lot of expectations going into the season, so I am excited.
Yeah. Cappy, let's talk more football on the other side. Ready, football?
Football.
All right, next.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th Annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda. Benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Pack your day with awe and awesome at SeaWorld San Diego. Get real close to over 9,000 animals, including axolotls at the all-new Bayside Aquarium, now open, and orcas at the reimagined Orca Encounter. Race at unreal speeds across over 60.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our zesty dragon fruit mango lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. only at Waba Grill.
So wear your Dodgers or Angels gear and root for your team at the Freeway Series Watch Party, presented by Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, the official water of Major League Baseball.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form. Medical provider will do treatments right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is Sedano and Kap here Thursday afternoon. Don't forget this Saturday, Rams preseason football kicks off on your home of the Rams, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and the one and only George Sedano will be doing the play-by-play here at Saturday, Rams Cowboys live from SoFi. Hear it right here on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app. Sedano and Kap rolls on.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. It's Sedano and Kap.
Who is that lady? All right, I give up on the OTD.
I don't know. What is it? I don't know the year.
Brothers released this album, 3+3.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, what year?
Oh, 1973.
And who?
Isley Brothers.
Okay.
Come on, man.
You know about the Isley Brothers, Cap?
Cap knows nothing about no Isley Brothers.
Talking about, man, I know all about the Isley Brothers. Actually, I don't know anything about the Isley Brothers. Something I should know, DeAndre?
I mean,
you don't know, like, the most famous Isley Brothers song has literally been in movies, commercials, or whatever.
Which song is it?
It's your thing. Do what you want to
gonna
do.
I can tell you. What I can do. Yeah. It's your thing.
There you go. So you know the Isley Brothers.
I know. Oh, I know the song. And I definitely know the name, the Isley Brothers. Yeah. But, I only know that one song. That's all I really got.
They also did Shout.
If you make me want to shout.
Yep.
That's the Isley Brothers?
That's Isley Brothers.
Really? Like when the guys walk in Animal House and they go, Otis, my man.
Yeah, that's Isley Brothers.
And the dudes walk up, do you mind if I dance with your date?
Also, Summer Breeze. That song, Summer Breeze.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Summer Breeze.
Makes me feel fine. Yeah. DeAndre,
They also have a song that you would love, Cappy, called Between the Sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
use that tonight.
Between the Sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Could use that tonight. I got to get between the sheets tonight. Seriously. It's true. So, George, you said you wanted to talk a little more football. Let me throw something at you here.
Yeah.
So, I never take pleasure in seeing any athlete get hurt.
What a touchdown run by this dude from the Ravens. Holy moly.
I missed it because I'm not there yet. I just did see this run. Number 34, right side, breaks
Same
a tackle,
guy.
moves outside, comes back inside, avoids another tackle. Great downfield tackle by number 98, the defensive lineman of the Colts. But a 28-yard pickup for Baltimore.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell.
Okay, wait a second. Now it's 1st and 10, ball in the 29.
Watch this run.
All right, here's Baltimore. Who's the running back?
Keaton Mitchell.
Okay. Well, this is a pass to the tight end.
Oh, no, yeah, after that.
Down to the 22-yard line.
Are you still watching on your TV?
I am. I know it's a joke. What are you using? What TV service are you using?
DirecTV.
Okay, well, I mean that's not cable. That's not hard-lined.
I mean, it's DirecTV.
I mean, it's faster than what I got. I'll tell you
Way
that right
faster.
now.
And it's pretty much in sync with the guys in the studio.
All right, here comes
It is,
Baltimore.
yes.
2nd and 3, ball on the 23-yard line. Ravens looking to see what. Oh, and a hole over the right side. Missed tackle. Diving towards the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. Yeah. And you say you can't do play-by-play on the radio, but when you're 35 seconds behind, it's okay. It's not really play-by-play. How about there's a guy on TV, they got a kid. He's wearing a T-shirt that says Lamar, then it spells out the word effing, Lamar effing Jackson.
Yeah.
And the kid is sitting there on TV, and they're showing him. Oh, wait a second.
Ready for your
Do I see
baseball
my
game?
man? Wait, Mateo? Mateo's in the house?
Yeah.
Mateo, you ready for some Little League tonight?
Oh, hold on.
Wait. Mateo, you ready for a baseball game tonight? Yeah? Mateo, how's the team doing?
Good. Angels.
You're the Angels?
Yeah, only one loss.
1 win, 1 loss?
No, only 1 loss.
Only 1 loss. How many wins?
4.
4 wins, 1 loss. And what was the score in the loss?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It was
really?
actually 6 something. I don't know how many we got.
Okay. And how are you playing right now? Because I've seen some video of you hitting bombs.
Are you playing well?
Yes.
Yeah, you are playing pretty well.
Got some
You think-
pickles right here.
Oh, yeah. What kind of pickles?
I can smell them. They're dills.
Are they dill
3 of
pickles?
them. I got 3 pickles.
3 pickles. Are they kosher?
I don't know. I think maybe 6 pickles.
Hey, by the way, DeAndre and Fungi, how about that pickle last night at Cole's? That mofo was spicy.
So good. Add a little spice to it, man.
I loved it. That was a
You
spicy
wanna try
pickle
some
at
French
Cole's.
dip next time? Sounds yummy, huh? Yeah.
Mateo,
All right,
I got the French dip with the Swiss cheese. It was fire.
Yeah. All right, you got to go, okay?
All right,
See you
go
later.
get him. Go get him, Mateo.
See ya.
Honestly, how old is
Close
he
the
now?
door, please.
Well, how old is Mateo? Like 6 years old, 5 years old? Well, how old is he?
6, about to be 7.
Dude, that guy is honestly 6'5", 320. He's an offensive tackle right now, that kid.
Yeah, could be.
I'm telling you right now.
I told Andrew Luck, class of 37. I got him.
I want to come back to Andrew Luck in 1 second, but let me just say this. I'm going to start off by saying I never like to see anybody get hurt. Seriously. I never
No,
like.
of course not. Who roots for that?
Well, and because I have to preface what I'm about to say because I have to start off with I never like to see anybody get hurt.
Right.
Especially a young guy who's got like some real accolades already attached to his name and his career. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in the case of what I'm about to talk about, this young man just signed a 4-year, like $114 million. I want to make sure I'm getting the numbers right, but like $114 million contract, highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. 100 million of the 114. I want to just make sure I get my numbers right, but something I think I'm pretty close. And the dude is really he's an outstanding young player. Okay, 4-year, $114 million contract. Just signed it today.
$113 million.
Okay,
I have 14 here too. I have Cappy being right.
Okay,
yeah,
92 in guaranteed money.
Right. So $92 million guaranteed. It's the most ever for an NFL offensive
It's Rashawn
lineman.
Slater who you're talking about. Yeah.
Rashawn Slater of the Chargers.
Yeah.
And when you get hurt in preseason,
yeah,
and you're gone for the season,
yeah,
in a practice against your teammates.
Yeah.
Now, the report earlier today was that when he went down in a pass rushing drill, and when I say drill, I'm not sure it was like one-on-ones or if it was 11v11.
Yeah.
But the point is that when he went down, he took his helmet off, he slammed it on the ground.
Yeah.
The trainers came out, and after about 2 minutes, according to the reporting, they said, bring the cart out, which means they were going to cart him off. They put a towel over his head so that I guess maybe, I don't know, media couldn't take pictures to see the agonizing pain the guy was in.
Yeah.
Teammates had come around the cart to kind of, like they would in a regular season game.
Right. Yeah.
When you're the Chargers and you lose your left tackle, who 10 days ago you gave the highest contract ever for an offensive lineman in the NFL, it's sad. It's I don't care what team it is. We could be talking about Baltimore or Indianapolis. It's unfortunate. But there's just something that always happens to this team. It's just incredible. It really is. It's sad and it's unfortunate. I mean, there are Charger fans out there, and you guys are going to be all over me. Oh, listen to you. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not happy about it. I want the Chargers to be at full strength so that when they're up 28-0 at halftime and then they lose in the second half in the playoffs, I take pleasure in that. What I don't take pleasure in is to see a young guy get hurt, especially in training camp. Preseason game, that's why most guys don't play. But practice, dude, and I get it. Jim Harbaugh is trying to create the most competition. He wants his offensive best to go against his defensive best. You got to get in the work. I get it.
Well, and that's what teams do, dude. Like, there are going to be good versus good scrimmages in practice. That's why they also play these games or these joint practices against other teams, like the Rams did with the Cowboys the other day. Like, you do that, and that's where you get your one's real run in those ones versus one limited opportunities you do at your own practice, and then the ones you do in the joint practices. Like, those guys have to get some work in.
No doubt. And George, by the way, speaking of getting work in, the reports that came out of the practice on Tuesday in Oxnard between the Cowboys and the Rams
was that the Rams looked really good.
The Rams ate the Cowboys up. They did it with the Rams
with Jimmy
on
G,
offense.
by the way.
That's right, Jimmy G, and throwing touchdowns to Devontae Adams,
right?
Throwing touchdowns to Puka. The Rams offense ham-slammed the Cowboys defense.
Yeah.
And then worse for the Cowboys is the Rams defense annihilated the Cowboys offense.
Yeah.
So I heard that this was the case, and I called a couple of buddies of mine who were at the practice. I'm like, was it really this bad? Like, I'm getting told that the Rams killed the Cowboys. And one buddy of mine's a reporter for Fox Sports, and he's like, dude, it was total annihilation. Like, if this were a regular season game, it's like a 42-7
Well,
game.
I mean, Brian Schottenheimer is not going to be there for very long.
But I'm not so sure I put that exclusively on the coach. I wasn't there.
No, but I'm
practice.
just saying he's going to. No, of course, it's the way they've built the team. But it doesn't he seem like the stopgap 1-year coach guy?
I know why you think that, but I have a completely different desire.
Okay, desire?
Yeah, because I'm
I know you have a
Schottenheimer
history with
believer.
him because of his dad, right? But he's not a good coach.
Well, how do you know?
I mean, he's been a very mediocre coordinator most of his career. He's had a few teams that have had good seasons, but I would say overall, he has not been a good coach. He has been average to above average at best.
I honestly don't know how you quantify it, but I just know this. He's been an NFL coordinator, and he's been a lifelong coach. I mean, he played college football at Florida, not that he was a star player. He came from a coaching family, and he's been in the NFL for a really long time. But the interesting thing is that when he got the head coaching job for Dallas, George, I went to text Brian Schottenheimer, and I realized that the last time I had gone to text him was 2012 when he was applying for and being interviewed for the then St. Louis Rams head coaching job. It had been 13 years since I had texted Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah, the Cowboys offense under him last year saw significant dips down from number 1 in scoring and first downs and 5th in yards to 21st in scoring and 17th in yards. He had 2 top 10 defenses in Seattle, and then his offenses, in Seattle, and his Rams offense was not good at all.
I wonder who the play caller was last year. Was it McCarthy or was it Schottenheimer? I really don't know. I don't know who was
apparently
the actual
McCarthy
play caller.
had to give it up was the thing. That was part of the problem.
Yeah. Well, those guys go back a long time, too. McCarthy's first job in the NFL was for Marty Schottenheimer, then of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
And that was McCarthy's entree into the NFL.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like if his last name wasn't Schottenheimer, he would not have been a coordinator this long.
That's fair. That is fair. He definitely has a name that has value in the NFL.
If you look at so I'm looking at it right here. His overall, he's been an offensive coordinator since 2006. Started with the Jets, then St. Louis for 3 years with the Rams, and then took a 4-year break as like a position coach somewhere, and then OC again from 18 to 20, and then another 2 years off, and then Dallas the last couple years. So now 2023, he did not call the plays. That was definitely Mike McCarthy. Okay, so we're going to throw that one out the window, which is why I mentioned the dip from year to year. Outside of that, so we throw that one outside the window. Outside of that, he's had 2 offenses that have been top 10 offenses.
Which ones were they?
The Jets. And that's when they had Sanchez and Santonio Holmes and all those guys. Like, they were loaded, those teams.
That may have been Rex Ryan head coach teams.
Yeah. They were.
And I think they made the AFC Championship 2 years in a row.
Correct. But, yeah, like not a lot of – so in Seattle, with Russell Wilson 1 year, he had 2 times with Russell Wilson, he had top 10 offensive passing teams. Yeah, not great stuff. Like, honestly, a lot of middle-of-the-pack offenses.
Yeah, and I would have to go back and really look at the teams that he was coordinating for and what their talent level
but
was.
But again, what that says to me is, like, I know, like, again, like, I'm not saying, like, he's not capable of being a coach in the NFL, but offensive coordinator, after all those years, that's a large sample size to be that average.
It is. And listen, Jerry Jones, I think that if Jerry Jones could go back and look at what he did, he probably would think to himself, how the heck did this Mike McCarthy thing go sideways? I kept giving him more and more time, and now all of a sudden I've got essentially McCarthy light. I mean, that's what Schottenheimer is.
Oh, my God. I mean, I'd take Mike McCarthy 6 ways to Sunday over Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah, of course. Based on experience, of course you would.
Yeah.
But this all gets back to the Rams annihilating the Cowboys.
Correct.
Is it the head coach? Is it the quarterback? Is it not having your best defensive player?
It's all of it. Yeah, it's all of it.
Is it your team being pissed at your owner? Like, this is what you're doing to us?
Yeah, it's all of it.
Here's another thing to add to it. The Rams
but he's
are
not
better.
deserving of being a head coach.
Well, listen, right place, right time. What can I tell you?
No, I get it. Look, I'm not – if it were me, I wouldn't give the job back. you know what I'm saying?
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Right. I'm not going to be like, no, Jerry, I'm not going to take the huge pay up, raise and take the job. Of course you think you can do it,
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, everybody wants a chance to be the head coach. Everybody wants a chance to be the boss.
Yeah.
Let's see what this kid's got. But I don't think Dallas is very good, and I think the Rams are significantly better. And if the practice on Tuesday in Oxnard is an indication, the Rams are really good and the Cowboys are really bad.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be good at all this year. It's going to be rough. So
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. DeAndre, you know that division as well as anybody.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you on that.
Are you going to take exception to that, Cappy? That
I don't like
DeAndre
that. I don't like
that division,
DeAndre.
That division better than me?
I don't think he does. I think he knows Philadelphia.
I mean, his team is in the division.
I don't know. He don't know nothing about no football. Tell you what, DeAndre, you better get ready for week 3 when the Rams play at the Eagles because we're going, Jack.
I'll be there. Yes, I will be there.
Okay, and we're going to Angelo's
week
for a
3,
cheesesteak.
Huh?
Yep.
In Philly?
In Philly.
Oh.
We're going to Angelo's for a cheesesteak.
What date is that?
I don't know, probably like September 20-something-ish.
Is that the 21st?
It is the 21st?
I can't be there for that.
Why? Where are you going to be Saturday the 20th?
I don't know, but Mateo's birthday is the 20th, so I'm already missing that. So we're probably doing the thing on Sunday. Yeah.
Why don't you just move Mateo's birthday back a week?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's just, hey, kid, sorry. You're just going to have to move it back.
You don't know when his birthday is.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Didn't you know your birthday at 6 years old?
Well, just tell him they changed it. Tell them they got a new rule. It's called the dad's got to go to Philly for a cheesesteak rule.
Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
All right.
So anyway, Cappy, did you get your flooring yet or no?
Not. In fact, I'm so glad you asked. I sent Steven Hernandez a text today with a picture, and I said, this is what is holding us up. And it was a picture of the room where the fireplace had just been yanked out of the room, and the wall was wide open, and there's like wires dangling,
Yeah,
and I said, Steven, please excuse me, but this is the holdup. This was the room that we wanted to start with.
Right.
Imagine if we would have put in this beautiful brand new carpet from Hernandez Wholesale
Flooring. And then you had to do all
Flooring,
that stuff and rip it out again.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's like, dude, I'm cool. No big deal. Take your time. What a great guy.
He is the best. The Crazy Hernandez brothers, they'll take care of you. So if you need new flooring in your home, rental, or ADU, listen, get out to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. 2 locations, Commerce, Santa Ana, legitimately family run. We've talked about the Crazy Hernandez brothers all the time, but Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago, okay? Soon to be 58, I might add. Mom is there, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, the nephews, the sisters, the nieces. They're all there. They're all hanging out, all right? And here's the thing. They're there to help you with authentic old school TLC, actual wholesale pricing year round, no bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it's hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet like Cappy, you name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory at both locations. Both are the size of 5 freaking football fields. So when you get there, you can see the product, you can touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when you're trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, and builders all shop here because they know the Crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. So call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. And by the way, if you're a first responder, active military, veteran, they all receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you somehow find a better price, which I doubt, okay? I'm telling you, I doubt it. But if you do, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring or call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. So check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
This is the Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour on Sedano and Kap. Cool off with Waba Grill's new premium Waba beverages, like their new Ice Dragon Fruit Mango Lemonade, available now at Waba Grill. It's for you. More of Sedano and Kap next on ESPN LA.
Get ready for the ultimate freestyle experience. Monster Jam Freestyle Mania, presented by Spin Master. For the first time ever, Monster Jam trucks team up with freestyle motocross bikes to deliver gravity-defying skills and thrills. See one-of-a-kind FMX bikes designed to match your favorite iconic Monster Jam trucks. Cheer on Team Gravedigger, Team El Toro Loco, and more. 2 times the freestyle action, full sad family fun. Coming to Crypto.com Arena August 22nd through 24th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Lock in your seats today at MonsterJam.com.
Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. 4th quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium or beverage drink. Waba Grill, keeping it real for you.
Or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
The success you've already had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. Classes start August 13th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SCHEV.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
This is Sedano and Kap, the LA Afternoon Drive Takeover. It's the 4 p.m. Waba Grill Hour. Enjoy Waba Grill's new $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. and get a 5-piece dumpling and a value-sized premium Waba beverage drink like their new Ice Dragon Fruit Mango Lemonade. It's Radio Tinder time. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our new sponsor of Radio Tinder, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. The Crazy Hernandez brothers. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR, F-L-O-O-R, or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Funchy, you take it. By the way, What the Funch at 5:30. The
People
new phenomenon
love What the Funch.
taking over the Southern California airwaves. Cappy, did you see this punt return by the Ravens?
No.
You missed it?
Yeah, I looked down for a minute.
We do have an update in the game. Anthony Richardson got knocked out the game. Daniel
Oh,
Jones
really?
is playing for him right now.
Who is?
Daniel Jones.
Oh, wow.
And there was one of the edge rushers came with no block.
Yeah.
That came right
Sacked.
around and sacked Anthony Richardson.
Took him out the game.
Yeah, took him out the game.
You know, he got hit at the time when George was saying, hey, look, you got to have your ones play against your ones because guys got to get their work. And I was watching while George was talking, and I'm like, oh, my God. Preseason
got laid out,
game,
man.
and he got destroyed. Oh, man, that defensive end saw that, and he was just licking his chops.
That's rough.
And really, a preseason game, and I get
That's
to hit a
football,
quarterback
He's
right
already
in the
dealing
chest?
he's already dealing with shoulder injury too. That was been lingering since the end of last year. So
I'm watching this punt return now, George. Oh, my. Right up the middle, right up the gut. Break a tackle, break another tackle, gone. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Baltimore's going to be happy with the first half of this game, and Indianapolis has already lost their quarterback and given up a punt return for a touchdown. Oy.
I actually think Daniel Jones will be pretty good for them.
Well, he is a veteran player, but I don't know that they're going to be that good. But
I don't think they're going to be that good to begin with. Houston's
Yeah.
going to win a bad division.
Isn't he a good quarterback, though? Didn't the Giants just not surround him with talent?
No, I think he's an average to above average quarterback, and they had no talent around him until the end. Malik Neighbors, but that's just one player, basically.
right, and he had one playoff win. It was probably about 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago,
Against Minnesota,
in
right?
Minnesota.
Yeah, Cappy
And
was there.
I was at that game. It was the last game that I had broadcast. The last game of my NFL broadcasting career. Was
That's
that
it?
game.
Like, wait, it means you're never
I had a
going
retirement
back?
press conference. No, I had a retirement press conference at the end.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, you missed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's
wasn't invited, apparently.
I think I've aged out. I think I've kind of aged out from that job, George.
That's not true.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. But I loved it, and I would still do it again, but it's not something I'm pursuing.
You're aged out. I don't know about that. Look, I mean, that's the first time you've talked about age with a negative connotation, I feel like.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm still hot. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, right?
All right, Funchy, take it away.
All right, we'll do just one quick one since we have Clapper coming up next.
I didn't know we had Clapper.
Nor did I.
How are you? Devontae Adams appeared on the Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark and talked about Jacksonville's Travis Hunter playing both offense and defense. He says, I don't think it's even possible to do for real. It's not at a high level. It's hard enough to go cover a punt and then be on one side. That's just a lot of mileage, man. It's like, how long is his career going to be? So good idea or bad idea for Travis Hunter to go both ways, Sedano?
I mean, the kid's been doing it in college in a way we had never seen before. Now, do I think he's going to do that 100-something plays in the NFL? No. But I think there will be select moments where he will play both sides. Like, I do think that will be a thing.
And who said this, Funchy?
Devontae Adams.
Your boy, our boy
your boy.
Devontae said it. So here's the thing. I agree with George that you can't play full-time both ways. And one of the main reasons you can't do it is because there's just not enough time to meet with the defensive backs and go to the defensive meetings and then meet with the receivers and go to the offensive meetings. There's just not enough time. From what I've been reading, it's that he's a starter on offense and he's a backup on defense. But Deion Sanders did this. Deion Sanders was a defensive back.
And he'd occasionally play receiver stuff and do
wide receiver number one under
returns.
Yeah. But he was a kickoff, right? He was a return man too. So defensive back, return man, and occasional wide receiver. I think Travis Hunter plays wide receiver full time and occasional defensive back, like nickel situations, like third down.
Yeah,
he comes in.
I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, another injury.
Oh, don't look at the screen.
Yeah,
Ooh,
right.
It's a bad one.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it's a bad one.
Okay.
Yeah, for the Ravens corner. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Also, we have an update on Anthony Richardson. He is actually out for the remainder of the game due to a finger injury.
Okay. That was the only problem.
Just a finger. That's the only problem.
Okay.
Just give an
So
update.
I'm still way behind you guys, and I still haven't even seen this Baltimore injury.
Yeah, not good.
Okay. Saw Daniel Jones throw the ball towards the end zone, incomplete. Must happen on the next play.
Yeah.
I hate to hear of guys getting hurt in the preseason. Look, Rams fans can appreciate this, right? Because a year ago, we were at Rams camp, and the offensive line started falling apart. The good news for the Rams is that these were not season-ending injuries.
Right.
They were 4 or 5 week injuries, and the Rams got off to such a bad start as a result. Yeah. For the Chargers to lose your top left tackle, and now here's what happens. Your left tackle goes out, and you just paid him a bunch of money, so now your right tackle has to go over to left tackle, and then your left guard has to go over to right tackle, or however they have to adjust.
So
the whole offensive line,
you put your right foot out.
Right. The whole O-line gets kind of disturbed, if you will.
Yeah.
By one guy's
That's
injury.
a good way to describe it, disturbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's Radio Tinder, I guess, for today.
Well,
Brought to you
we
by
have
our friends, the Crazy
Dr.
Hernandez
Clapper.
brothers.
Yeah,
Captain.
Dr. Clapp's coming up,
Yeah, we got to talk to Doc.
How are you?
Real quick, by the way, if you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal. No gimmicks. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR or go to the web, hernandezwholesaleflooring.net, because no sale beats wholesale, homeboy. All right, let's talk to Dr. Clapper next.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
Live from LA Live. Back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
I made a huge mistake, though, and this is where I'm just officially an old man.
Yeah.
I had a Coke. A 16-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola at 9 o'clock at night was a massive mistake.
Oh, were you up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good for
I'm
you.
operating on about 3 hours of sleep today.
Look at you.
But
okay.
Feeling great.
Good for
Feeling
you.
great.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer. The sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together. Enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends. Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Mace here. These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, and screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
This is the Sedano and Kap Waba Grill 4 p.m. hour. Get to Waba Grill for their $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Get a 5-piece pork veggie dumplings with sweet chili dipping sauce and a value-sized premium Waba beverage drink like their new refreshing Ice Dragon Fruit Mango Lemonade. Enjoy both for just $5 after 3 p.m. only at Waba Grill. More Sedano and Cap right now on ESPN LA.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows it. Nobody knows.
I feel like this is right up Clapper's alley.
How you doing, Dr. Clapper?
I'm doing great. It's great to hear you guys. Sound fantastic. And aren't you loving it? The injuries are piling up. I love it as an orthopedic surgeon.
It's pretty crazy, though. It is. You know, like I keep looking at this Stafford story, and I feel like in some ways, George, don't you feel like we're kind of like, I don't feel we're giving it enough attention. Only because I think we all believe, like, you know.
Well, if it was they've already
season.
said if it's a real game, like he'd be playing.
They say that, but I never really believe any organization about any injury.
Anybody,
I'm very skeptical. Doc, what do you think? They're calling Matthew Stafford's back an aggravated disc. So, what do you think a timeline is on an injury like that?
It's a good question because there's the injury, and then there's the whole idea of preventing it from getting worse. Here's a Clapper vision for you. You twist your knee. I'll put you in a knee brace. So a knee brace can do two things. One, it kind of locks the joint up and prevents you from hurting it more. But after I fix your ACL, for example, or fix your fractured knee, I put you in a brace to help you heal so that you don't do crazy movements. So it could be both protection as well as enhancing the healing. And it's the same thing with Stafford's injury. How much are we treating him to actually get it to heal? Or how much are we treating him to keep this from becoming a bigger back problem this season?
Well, let me ask you this. An epidural shot, is that for pain relief? Is it for inflammation relief? Is it fixing the problem, or is it just masking the pain? You explain the epidural part of it.
So let's do a Clapper vision of the spine once again. It literally looks like a stack of Oreo cookies. The bone is the cookie. The cream filling is the disc. That's what a disc is. It's this shock absorber, like the cream filling between the solid cookie itself. And your spine is straight up stacked, just like the Oreo cookies. Imagine taking the cookie and squeezing it as hard as you can, and now you watch that cream filling squirt out a little bit beyond the cookie. Well, that's not a problem, except what lives right next to the cookie? The very nerve at that level that makes up a part of the sciatic nerve that goes down your leg. And our body is so miraculously made that the muscles that are along your spine, the bones of your spine, they know because of the nerves getting irritated, the toothpaste is coming out of the tube. The cream filling is coming out of that space, and it locks up your back with muscle spasm. And it's doing that to protect it from squeezing any further. So as the disc comes out, it touches the nerve. And here's another Clapper vision. It's like me poking you in your eye. It hurts, right? But it gets red. It gets swollen. You want to know what inflammation, this big word that we use, really looks like? Look at someone with a bloodshot red eye because they got poked in the eye. And what do you do for that? You do those eye drops, Visine, to get the redness out, right? Well, that's what the epidural is. It's the eye drops to try to get the redness and the swelling. That's what inflammation is, and we do that near the disc to quiet it down from touching the nerve.
Doesn't sound particularly good. I mean, anybody who's ever dealt with sciatica, anybody who's ever had...
my sciatica!
Yeah, anybody who's ever had this kind of a disc issue, it doesn't sound good. I mean, when the Rams say, hey, you know, if it were a regular season game, he'd play.
But he did once play like with the Lions, like almost the whole season with like a bacchiotomy. You know what I mean? And I know that's not a technical term, Dr.
Yeah.
Clapper, but he had like basically. I'm not even joking. Like there was a fracture in his back that he played through when he was with the
But
Lions.
George, you know what? But here's what's interesting. When you look at how, and it all goes back to the anatomy. So you divide the bone of the spine into 3 columns. Right. So I want you to like picture in your mind the map of the United States. Mm-hmm. From state of Washington to Southern California. The third of the map are the western states. That's the vertebral bodies. That's where the discs are. Mm-hmm. Now, the East Coast, from Maine to Florida, those are the spinous processes. You literally, if you put your hand behind you, you can feel the skin in the mid portion of your back. Right, literally, I'm talking millimeters. Underneath the skin is the spinous process. That's the eastern seaboard. Yeah. And in the middle, the flyover states, is a big hole in the bone called the spinal canal. Yeah. The beauty of the anatomy is you can break your back like he did before. That's fractures to the eastern seaboard, and it's great for healing, for rotation, the way the shingling of the bones lay on top of each other. But the discs are shock absorbers. They're very good when you jump from a height and land. It's a shock absorber between the bone. But guess what the discs are very bad at? What? Twisting. They're not good at helping us with twisting. And if you look at a quarterback, what are they doing? I'm not talking running away from people trying to tackle them, but the very throwing of the football is twisting, which would be okay with a broken back of that third that is on the East Coast, if you will, if the injury's there. But when the injury's on the West Coast, the disc designed for compression and shock absorbing, you don't want twisting there. And if that's where the injury is, and you're a quarterback who twists to throw the ball, you are right, Cappy. This is not so good.
Yeah, but George, I'll still put my money on Stafford being there for week 1. I really will. I mean, I don't know how many epidurals you can take. How long does it have to be, Doc, between epidural 1 and epidural 2 and epidural 3? I mean, you know, like
so the effectiveness of the shot gets less effective with a second and a third. And let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of cortisone because, it takes the swelling down. It makes it numb, makes you feel good. But I don't want Robitussin, cough medicine, for my cough if I'm coughing because I got pneumonia. Then I want antibiotics to stop coughing, not Robitussin. So it's a temporary thing. The first one is effective, but the second or the third is less and less and less effective, and it has side effects.
Okay, gotcha. What are those, by the way?
Well, you know, cortisone is there to quiet down the inflammation like we just talked about, but it doesn't melt away. It lingers, and it's not so fun on normal tissues that don't want to be bothered by cortisone, right? The ligaments, the tendons. And it also, I mean, it certainly has risks for infection. It's rare, but it occurs. So there's all kinds of things. So for the listener, don't be so quick to let anybody give you any kind of shot. And you always want to be asking, what are the side effects? And anytime they say, well, let's do a second or third, you should be asking, why? What's wrong with the first one? Shouldn't that solve the problem? Yeah. I want everybody listening to be a little bit skeptical, be a little bit of a New Yorker, if you know what I mean.
Dr. Clapper, we love you, buddy. Thank you for hanging out with us as always.
Always fun, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, next week. You know what? When we have more time next week, Doc, you still there?
Yeah.
We're going to talk to you about Cappy's new technique called the pick and clean, okay? Just remind me about that next week, okay?
I'm looking forward to it, I think.
All right, see you, Doc.
Pick and clean. Somebody told me today, George, I should make a T-shirt called the Pick and Lick.
Well, that's what Rachel called it.
That's what Rachel called it, the Pick and Lick.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that on a T-shirt? Pick and Lick.
Yeah, I mean, it works better, I think.
I thought it was flick and lick.
No, it was pick and clean.
Yeah, it was flick and clean was what you did,
right?
And then she called it the
pick and
lick,
right? Right.
Got to trademark that.
It's a technique.
Yeah.
As George just told, Dr.
All right, coming up next, we got 30 minutes commercial free, Cappy. Let's get into more football. Maybe we'll squeeze in some Lakers stuff with all the Luka stuff and kind of the path the Lakers have chosen. All that next.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill. Keeping it real every day for you.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
You know I love the outdoors and adventures. Hey, it's Travis calling all adventurers. Page, Arizona is your ultimate outdoor playground. Snap that iconic shot at Horseshoe Bend. Then hike the stunning 11-mile rim trail. Explore one of 13 breathtaking slot canyons, including world-famous Antelope Canyon. Craving water fun? Cruise Lake Powell by kayak, jet ski, or houseboat, or float the Colorado River to Lee's Ferry. Make Page your base camp for day trips to Grand Canyon, Zion, and the Wave. Start planning your trip today at visitpageaz.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles. I showed up at the hospital and was told I couldn't see my children. Then I showed up in court and was told they may not be mine. Then I was accused of anything and everything. Sexual assault, domestic violence, substance abuse. You name it, I heard it. I was forced to go long periods of time without seeing my children. That experience of being wrongfully treated ignited something in me. I can look at a father and honestly tell him, I know how he is feeling. I've been there. At Real Fathers' Rights, we care about your family, your livelihood, and your future.
RFR710.com or call 833-ESPN-710.
Let's do it. 5 o'clock in the Southland.
30 minutes of nonstop Sedano and Kap starts now.
You ready for this? And time for the Real Father's Rights 5 o'clock hour on 710 ESPN. Let's do it, Jack.
Yeah. It's a different energy at 5. Like 3, you're coming out hot.
Yeah. Now it's just like, hey, we're
5,
getting you ready.
you're cruising. Yeah.
And for me, the weekend is starting. I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah, what's your deal tomorrow?
I'm getting ready for this game.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, and I took the day off 9 months ago anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're as organized as you are, hey, I need a Friday off 9 months from now.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
So it just happened to work out. Now I can really just, I'm ready for the Rams part of it. I'm really just got to, and I know the Cowboys too, but I just got to get like a little more detail. By the way, I've said this a million times. I'll say it again. JB Long has literally been an angel from heaven helping me with the prep on this stuff.
Tell me more.
He's just incredible. Like he's had me, like he's sharing his boards with me. Like he is giving me all sorts of info and detail. By the way, Adam Bronstein has also done a phenomenal job. He produces those games. Yeah, Bronny.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Very helpful as well on just formatics and things of that nature. But yeah, both guys have been great. But JB, you want to talk about a mensch, Cappy.
Oh, he is. Yeah. He is a total mensch.
Yeah. Today I called him because I told him, hey, I have a few questions because I knew he was meeting with some coaches today, and I was coming back from Stanford. So I told him, can I call you from the on my way to the airport? And he's like, yeah. And, he stepped away from his kids and his parents playing pickleball together. The grandparents versus the kids. He stepped away to take my call.
Wait, but he was a spectator in the pickleball game?
I believe he was a participant.
Oh, he put down the paddle?
Put down the paddle.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Sorry, kids. I got to go take a call from Sedano so I can help prep him for the Rams Cowboys. What are you talking about? We're in the middle of a pickleball game right here. Huh? Hey, duty calls.
Guy's a mensch.
How was Stanford? And you told me earlier today that Andrew Luck is a bring-it-in guy?
So on the back end, he's a bring-it-in guy.
Okay, so you made a good impression.
Right, after the fact. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He did one of these, like, come on.
Give it up. Give it up.
And I did. I brought it in.
What did I'm curious, what did Andrew Luck tell you today about why a guy – listen, obviously when you played at Stanford and your father, by the way, was an athletic director, maybe he's had a thing for being a sports executive. And bringing him back to Stanford when you're probably one of the more famous Stanford football players, I suspect it helps a little bit in recruiting,
it helps a lot.
But why did he? What did he tell you as to why he wanted to go back to Stanford and be?
He loves the place. He loves the place. He met his wife there.
Mm-hmm.
They live there. Like in the off season, they always live there. He lives 5 minutes from campus. Like he bikes to campus.
Okay.
Like he takes his kids on his bike to school and then goes to campus. Like this is there is not a place he loves more than Stanford. So. And by the way, if you're Stanford, there's not a person who can get the ear of the administration more than him, because not only was he this incredible football player for your program, an incredible football player at the NFL level, walked away from the game early because he was smart, and not only that, but just incredibly intelligent, like just beyond just football. I mean, the guy is brilliant. So he's like the perfect face for Stanford trying to get into the modern age of football. I don't think there's any question. So I had a real fun conversation with him about just like, after practice, I was talking to Coach Reich for a second, and because Frank Reich, his former coach,
right, with
the Colts, right, is the interim coach this year, because they had their previous coach Troy Taylor was dismissed very late in the process. Let's just call it. Over some stuff. You can Google it. But anyway.
Now you're going to make me Google it?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it on the air necessarily. You know what I mean? Like, it's not great stuff is what I would say.
Okay.
So Andrew Luck was like, oh, we're in like a pinch. So he called Frank Reich. He's like, I know he's not working. Remember, he got let go in Carolina a little over a year ago. And he's like, hey, man, will you help me out, for a year while I kind of get, we get everything kind of our ducks in a row and start moving in the right direction. And Frank Reich was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And he was on a plane the next day. And but that only happens because Andrew Luck called, And so he's there, and then he's got kind of like they've got an administration. He's the GM. He's got guys below him. They've hired a bunch of guys, and by the way, not just football, across the board in athletics, but football, as you know, is the driver. So even at a school like that has, 167 national championships when you go across all sports, and probably the most Olympians, I think, of any school in America. So yeah, he's the perfect face for athletics there because of who he is. I met his wife, his lovely wife as well today. She happened to be there. So
nice.
She worked at ESPN at one point. I did not know that. And she's still, So, and she works for NBC. And like she's a part of the gymnastics program. So they are ingrained into that program.
So I really don't know this. Maybe you do now after visiting with Andrew Luck today.
Yeah. But for your purposes, so we had this conversation, probably like 10 or 15 minutes. And then afterwards, he was like, he had told me on the front end, I'm just waiting I got to talk to this coach. Like, he came up and he said, hey, George. I'm like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. And he's like, yeah, man, whatever. So thanks for coming out, blah, blah, blah. So after this 15-minute conversation, I was like, all right, man, I got to run here. I got to go to the airport. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go talk to that coach now. And he brought it in. And I was like, all right, I'm bringing it in.
Wow. He brought it in. He didn't like.
He went hand up. You know what I mean? Like this. Yeah. Once you go like this.
Oh yeah.
Like hand above the shoulder like that.
Right.
That's not a handshake. You know what I'm saying?
Means I'm going to grab you. I'm tapping you on the back 2-3 times. Yeah.
I don't know about 2-3 times. It's just a quick like, what's up?
Okay.
Like,
got it.
See you next time. I'll catch you when I got one of your games, which I probably will have one at least in the first couple weeks or so.
I don't really know this. Maybe you have a better sense of it. But like in the NFL, a general manager's job is to, provide the coaching staff with the players.
Correct.
Like the general manager is going to work with the scouts in the scouting department, and they're going to scour the country, college football.
Yeah.
They've got a pro personnel department where
Yeah.
guys are analyzing available free agents and guys that get cut and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
When you're a GM, and by the way, my college teammate, his name is Doug Whaley.
Yeah.
He was the general manager of the Buffalo Bills. This
Right.
is about, I probably left the Bills about maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he's the personnel director for the UFL, but he also serves as the general manager for the Pitt football program, exactly what Andrew Luck is for the Stanford football program.
Right.
I don't really know what the general manager of the college football program is.
So
for you. My guess
I'll
is
explain to you.
Okay.
It is roster. The roster construction is part of it. But that's why, like Andrew Luck and a lot of these guys will have an assistant GM that will then, get into the scouting department, and in college that's recruiting, that's portal, that's that stuff. Like there'll be guys that handle that, right? So they build out a little bit of an administration, for lack of a better term. But the GM also is the person dealing directly with the athletic director. He's the conduit for the coach and the athletic director, and then also the athletic director and him in his case, to the president of the school, because he's as famous an alum as they have athletically. So yeah, he's a guy that can go and pick up, he can go into the president's office. I mean, they just hired an athletic director. They hired a Nike executive who he has a relationship with. So I'm sure he played a role in that too. I didn't ask him necessarily about that, but I'm guessing they ran it by him at the very least.
What about negotiations with players for NIL money? So for example, I can just tell you this. Last year, I remember my boy Whaley was trying to negotiate to keep a certain player at the school rather than let the player hit the transfer portal, because they figured that once he hits the portal, he's going to go somewhere else because somebody's going to offer him more money.
Right.
Did Andrew Luck talk at all about what it is to be negotiating with players? And I don't know how Stanford feels about that.
We didn't get into that, but there is a level of that, of course. I'm sure that the way I understand it is he is involved in everything. And I mean everything, everything. He was at practice, dude, running scout team. He was at practice using, how they have those things that they use to
you mean
punch out.
those things, the things that they use?
I'm trying to explain it for the audience, which is not as easy.
Okay,
it's these pads that have gloves at the end. They're long pads, and the coaches line up, across from each other. Guys are running through the middle, holding the football, and they're trying to punch out the ball. So he's part of that drill.
Okay,
and he's
cool.
He punched out two guys. And he anytime he punches one out and the guy fumbles, he jumps up and goes nuts.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So he's very involved in practice, particularly with Frank Reich, because they have such a great connection. But yeah, he is involved, I'm sure, in the acquisition. His staff will come to him and be like, "Here are some of the guys we're looking at," and they will make those decisions together. And he'll have the final say on that stuff. But he does make it a collaborative effort. It seems.
All right, how about this? Prediction time. You ready for this?
They're not going to be great this year.
No, but here's a prediction for you. So Frank Reich comes in, coaches year one. Andrew Luck, general manager year one. Andrew Luck takes over as head coach year two?
No. He doesn't want to coach. No.
He doesn't want to coach, huh?
No, he likes being part of practice and and being out there with the guys and that stuff. And I mean, I'm sure you've been around him. He's as positive a human being as there is.
I've actually never been around him.
Really? I figured in your NFL travels
no,
you would
I
run
never
into
have.
him at some point.
I'd be very curious. To hang
Oh
out
my
with
God,
him.
he is a joy to talk to. I get it. I get why every teammate he's ever had loves the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. And so you don't have high expectations though for the Stanford football team?
Not yet. You know what I mean? I think they have to build it because it's hard, dude. First of all, you know how hard it is to get guys to get into that school. You know what I mean?
And I would think nowadays, no matter what kind of money there is behind Stanford and their fund, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but
collectives.
No, not that part of it. I'm talking about for the university. Nonetheless,
they're endowments.
Endowment, thank you.
Yeah.
No matter how much wealth there is around Stanford, it's hard to get guys into school, number one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know their level of dedication to NIL. because your level of dedication to NIL, I think, tells you your level of dedication to winning.
So here's what I would say, Cappy. In college football particularly, it's been an interesting thing to view through the prism that I've been in for the last few years, right? Some schools were very quick to adapting to it over the last couple of years, right? And other schools were not, okay? And slowly but surely, everyone has realized there's got to be a way to, again, bring these programs into the modern age of the way the big business of college football is. And Stanford, I'll give you an example. They have 17 transfers this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's more in one offseason than all the other years combined since the portal has started in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but I would also take a guess that 17 transfers to Stanford is probably like 1/3. I don't really know the stats, but like what is the average?
The average
Division
turnover is
I?
about 25 to 30, if I had to guess.
Yeah, so you see that's like half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard getting guys into Stanford.
Well, look, a lot of their transfers are guys who there was a kid who played at UCLA, so a Southern California kid. There was a kid from Washington. Again, another good school, both good schools, right? There's a couple of Ivy League kids. You know what I'm saying? Like who were like high level Ivy League guys, like all Ivy League type guys. So yeah, like they're still going to be there's going to be a level of development at a place like that, because not all of their transfers of the 17 were, like seniors, guys who only got 1 year left of eligibility. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So most of them are guys that they plucked, from like the Ivy, let's say. Like the kid was an all Ivy freshman. So they bring him in, Stanford education, right? He's like a mechanical engineering major or something like that. They've got a great school for that, so it works itself out. And then he can go to Stanford, and he's going to be there for 2 or 3 years at the very least, in theory. You know what I'm saying? And they can develop him over time. They are looking at it a little differently than, let's say, where Miller Moss went, right? Miller Moss went to Louisville, and you look at Jeff Brom, who played in the NFL as well. Now, he wasn't Andrew Luck by any stretch of the imagination, but he was a backup quarterback in the NFL, a very successful college quarterback at Louisville. And every year he's brought in a transfer quarterback, and he does not hide it. He says, we love the transfers who only got 1 year left to prove. We can show them the way we do it here. We can put them in positions to succeed and give them the best chance to get to the next level. And that's his way of doing business. So every school is going to do it based on what works for them and their model. If you're Stanford and you can offer a Stanford education, you're going to be getting kids who want an education on top of football and trying to play high-level football. So I think a lot of it depends on where you're at. Now, do I think Stanford will go back to the days of Andrew Luck and even Kevin Hogan, who followed him and had an Orange Bowl run too? I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll tell you this. If Andrew Luck can't get Stanford to be good again as the general manager, then it's going to be very challenging. But I do think that he will make them way more respectable than they've been in the last 3 or 4 years, where, for years, it wasn't that long ago that we were sitting here and David Shaw had them winning, 8, 9 games or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't that long ago.
And they were producing, believe it or not,
NFL talent.
NFL talent.
Oh, and there's some guys. Like, they've got a couple of tight ends who, they've always been a good tight end school. They've got some tight ends that are going to play in the league. They've got some running backs that are going to play in the league. They've got some guys. So, and offensive linemen have always played well there. They're building that stuff up again. I mean, they've had to kind of tear it down to the studs. But I think in a couple of years, they'll be back to being the Stanford that, like the Pac-12 fans remember particularly.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if they're going to ever get back to that, only because of this whole new modern era of college football.
Well, but I think that those schools, Cappy, will not be, even those schools, like even back then, I mean, granted, Andrew Luck was a once-in-a-lifetime type player. But, they were like frisky every year. And then 1 out of every 4, they were like championship, they were like top 5 or 10 good. You know what I mean? And I think that if you're a school like Stanford, if you're a school like Duke, although Duke certainly has taken different steps the last 3 years, they've won 26 games, which is pretty damn good. It's the most they've ever had in a stretch of 3 years in their history. But those schools are making investments. Like if you're Stanford, you're looking at Duke and saying, well, listen, that's another place that, is hard to get guys in and it's not easy. and you're going there. Like, they stole the quarterback from Tulane, where your daughter goes to school.
Right, and they paid him a lot of money,
like $3 or $4 million. Yeah.
So this is what I'm getting.
But he was like a sophomore or something last year. So he's another guy that they look at. He was going into his third year. If he's really good, maybe he's an NFL guy. If he's not, maybe he sticks around for another year.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just it. Like, if you're Duke, as an example, to spend $3 million to get a quarterback to transfer from Tulane, that tells you Duke's level of dedication to trying to win.
Right.
Hey, we're going to spend the money.
But that's the first time they've done it.
Yeah, of course.
Was this offseason.
Right. So if you're Stanford, just using them as an example, the days of John Elway, of Jim Plunkett, and I'm talking about the legends that have played at Stanford.
Yeah.
James Lofton.
Andrew Luck, right?
Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
Richard Sherman. Getting those kinds of players to come to your school. See, when everybody was even, when it was all even, and USC's recruiting Richard Sherman, and Stanford's recruiting Richard Sherman, and Richard Sherman's an L.A. kid, and he goes, but you know what? I have an opportunity to go to Stanford and get an education and still have an opportunity to play in the NFL. But at that time, all things are kind of equal. Nowadays, it's like, who is going to pay me the most money?
I mean, Cappy, let's not be silly. Like, it's not like guys weren't getting paid before.
No, some guys were getting paid. But
I mean, a lot of guys were getting
paid
before.
George, it's nothing like what it is now.
No, it's
because
I disagree. I think it's just above board now.
Oh, I disagree because here's why.
I mean, the money is bigger because the money's always going to get bigger.
Right. Well,
but
that's
just but the money, like, you can't convince me guys weren't getting paid before big bucks.
There were guys. It just wasn't everybody. Like, I mean, you go deep into the history.
But
of
it's
all
not
of
everybody now either.
No, but if you were to go way back, okay, deep. If you go back and you think about, we had this conversation earlier when we were in Crosstalk, and you were talking about Clemson, right? And you were talking about how Clemson got into the playoff last year. Clemson got into the playoff last year because they beat SMU in the ACC championship game.
Right.
SMU, when we were kids, SMU got the
Eric
death
Dickerson,
penalty.
dude. Yeah.
Now Eric Dickerson, when he was in high school, he chose to go to SMU because he showed up on campus one day. This is like 1979, 78, whatever year it was, in a brand new Trans Am.
Right.
Okay? And for those, hey, DeAndre, you know what a Trans Am is?
You don't know nothing about no Trans Am.
I do not know.
DeAndre, you never heard of a Trans Am?
No, I have not actually.
Funch, tell me you know what a Trans Am is.
Of course I
Funch.
do.
Pontiac, exactly. A brand that doesn't even exist anymore. The Pontiac Trans Am. When Eric Dickerson shows up on campus at SMU, it's because obviously some booster was trying to bribe Eric Dickerson to go to that school, and here's a car, kid. Here's a shoebox filled with $20,000 in cash. That's the way it was, George. You're right. There were guys that were always getting money. There's no doubt about it. But nowadays, you're not talking about 20 grand in a shoebox or, hey, listen, here's a more contemporary example and a more local example. You're not talking about somebody putting Reggie Bush's family into a house in San Diego in the neighborhood that the kid grew up in. Now what you're talking about is a guy's making $10 million a year to play quarterback at USC. So, yes,
I mean,
I
don't know about 10, but I get your point. What I would say is, I mean, listen, that the numbers have gotten bigger because time has changed. Whatever the money that Eric Dickerson may have gotten or the car he may have gotten, all that stuff was happening, is my point. The only thing that's changed is now it's above board. And of course, the numbers are going to be bigger because the numbers for college football are bigger. The revenue is bigger. TV companies like us and Fox and CBS are paying billions of dollars for these rights. And of course, all the numbers are going to be more.
I just think that you'd be surprised. There's like this assumption that everybody was getting money.
Right, but not everybody's getting money now.
No, but I'll just give you an example. You're talking about Andrew Luck, right? And I'm talking about a comp, which is my buddy Doug Whaley,
right?
Who's at my school, and he's sitting here at the end of every year, and it's kind of like a college basketball program that you look at your 12 guys on your team, and then you know that next year I may not have any of these guys. I may have to literally restock my entire roster.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the end of a football season, a college football season, now what you're trying to do is which players do we want to keep? okay?
Right.
And which guys are we willing to let go? Right. And to keep these guys, how much are we going to have to pay them? And so that's what a college football general manager or head coach now has to concentrate on is, hey, you know, we really like this guy. He's a backup tight end, but he can leave. So what is the market for a backup tight end? $80,000 a year.
You know what? I'll give you a perfect example. We were mentioning Duke earlier, right? So last year their quarterback was a local kid, Malik Murphy, okay? A local kid, LA kid. And they brought in Malik last year, and they were good. They won 9 games or whatever it was. They were good. And they didn't even give him a chance to come back. Like, they were like, he's good, but we can do better. This Darren Mensah kid from Tulane is better. And to your point, they were like, they didn't give Malik even an opportunity to come back. Malik ends up at Oregon State. So it isn't just the kids either. It's the teams also being cutthroat in this stuff too.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah. No question. Like, hey, you know what? We've got this backup quarterback. We like him. We think he can play. But we've got a starting quarterback that we're paying a lot of money to. Hey, kid, we'll give you $80,000 to stick around next year. And the kid goes, well, you know what? I can get $150,000 to transfer someplace else. So it has all changed. This whole conversation began by me asking you about Andrew Luck and what exactly are the responsibilities of the general manager of a college
and the
football
responsibilities for him are the roster construction, the overseeing the NIL stuff and the portal and all that. He has people that report to him, right, that handle the minutia of it, but he's in on, to my knowledge, based on my conversation with him and the way I viewed it, he's in on everything. He's very detail oriented, and then he's the guy, the conduit to the administration, right, for the coach in that particular case. So that way the coach isn't the one having to deal with the athletic director or the president or whatever. He's the one in charge of going like, you know what, Frank Reich, you don't have to deal with that. I got it.
I find it interesting. I can't wait for the college football season to kick off. I mean, I'm watching NFL football. Look, I got it. It's preseason, and I rarely watch preseason. If it wasn't on while we were on the air, I probably wouldn't even be watching this game.
Yeah.
But I am curious tonight. Because the one thing I know about Pete Carroll is that Pete Carroll's all about competition, and the opposite of Sean McVay. Sean McVay plays nobody.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, you might see Geno Smith play tonight.
Right. Well, allegedly that's what's going to happen. Now, remember yesterday or the day before, whatever, I told you that I listened to a podcast of Gary Danielson.
Yeah,
so 36 years being one of the lead analysts in college football, played in the NFL for 14 years, mostly as a backup. He's been on ESPN and CBS, basically. He worked with Musburger and then worked with Lundqvist and now Brad Nessler twice, actually. Worked at ESPN with Brad Nessler and now CBS. And they have the big game of the week on CBS in the Big Ten over the last couple of years and previous to that in the SEC. And he was asked about, I think the host said to him, what do you make of the mess that is college football? And his response was, it's not a mess. It's just evolving. And remember I said to you, you'd be surprised by his answer because he's in his 70s. He's like, and we've had evolution the entire time. He goes, I remember when I was at ESPN and we started putting games on at noon. And we started putting games on Thursdays. And everybody said that stuff was going to ruin college sports because we're putting college football games on a Thursday. And then, he goes, every time something new comes, every wave, people think it's going to destroy the sport. And it doesn't. It's just going to be better. It's going to end up being better, and it's a transitional period, and it'll take a couple of years, and everybody will get used to it, and everybody's going to figure out their lane in the situation, and it's going to work. And he goes, and the kids deserve it. Look at the money that's being made. Like, this was his position, but it was just so simplistic of like, hey, man, I've been through this before, and there's always some sort of chaotic moment in college football where it was like, oh my God, they're ruining the game, the sanctity of the game. And he goes, and eventually it works itself out. People get used to it, and that's what moves forward. But the game is always evolving. And he used the phrase, right? Like, he goes, Brent Musburger taught me this as a broadcaster, but it's equivalent to life in any walk of life. He goes, you either adapt or you die in this business. Right. And whether that's sports, whether that's show business or whatever, you adapt or die.
Yeah, that's right. I will just say this. I'm going to disagree with Gary about this one thing, which is I don't think I'll ever really like the idea of players transferring seemingly every year.
What I think will happen, again, and I've told you this before, it'll come down to the NCAA finally admitting these guys are employees, which I listened to a lot of media days over the last month, okay? Big 10 media days, ACC media days, SEC media days, Big 12 media days. And there's a growing number of coaches that I heard, at least, that were all like, what are we doing here? They are employees. We're paying them.
Of course.
Yeah, we're paying them. Stop the shenanigans already. And that way we can collectively bargain this thing. And then that way everybody's not leaving every year, because if you sign a contract, we can assign terms to the contract as far as lengths.
Yeah.
And then that changes things. And if you want to get out of it, now if we cut you, right, that's one thing. If you want to buy out of the contract, we can, maybe you give some of it back. Like, there's ways to figure that out. That's complicated, obviously. And again, part of that transition that Gary Danielson was talking about. There's still some stuff that needs to get sorted out. It's going to take time. But it starts with the NCAA admitting these guys are just employees. These athletes, because they're not all guys, right? In some sports, like there's a girl in softball. Remember when the softball World Series was going on? There was the pitcher from Texas Tech. She's getting $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's the best pitcher in the sport. So, like, it's not just guys. I'm saying, like, these athletes are getting money. And yeah, it's about figuring out term lengths and things like that. But it all starts with the NCAA finally admitting, hey, these guys and ladies are athletes.
Yeah, can you imagine saying to a kid, you're like, hey, you played college football, right? Yeah. Where'd you go to school? Well, let's see. I started at USC. Then the following year, I transferred to name your school. Then I left there and I went to West Virginia. And then I left West Virginia. And what was the quarterback's name from USC? He started at SC.
Oh,
and then he went to like 3 different places, and then he finished at BYU. What was that kid's name?
Local kid from Orange County, right?
SC was school 1. West Virginia was definitely in there.
Slovis.
No. You're thinking Keaton Slovis did transfer
Keaton
a couple
Slovis
times,
transferred.
but that's not who he's talking about.
No, but
this kid had a mustache.
Keaton Slovis transferred, as I best recall,
from USC to Pitt, and then I think was at BYU for a little bit and got hurt.
And then finished. And then there was another kid. It wasn't like Jackson Dart, because Dart left USC
Dart
and then
went to
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss. Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, they didn't want Jackson Dart because they brought in Caleb.
Yeah, there was another SC quarterback. I have to try and remember where exactly. But I mean, that's just it. You imagine, like, if somebody said to me, "Hey, where'd you go to school?" I'm like, Pitt. Like, hey, did you stay there your whole time? Yeah, the whole time, 5 years, man.
JT Daniels.
JT Daniels.
That's right.
Where did he go? What was his chronology?
USC, Georgia, West Virginia, and then Rice.
Dude, I mean, come on. Hey, JT, how you doing? Nice to meet you, man. Hey, I heard you played college football. Yeah, where'd you go? USC, West Virginia, Rice, and where did I miss?
USC, Georgia, West Virginia, Rice.
Unbelievable.
But here's what I would say. It's funny you mentioned that because as I mentioned, we were doing our ESPN college football seminar. It was virtual this year, and we do these like breakout rooms where it's just like the play-by-play guys are together, and then the analysts are together, and like we're all separated right into like our own little silos. And I mean, for me, you want to talk about the wealth of knowledge, right? I'm in this like virtual room with, Chris Fowler and Sean McDonough, who have called some of the biggest games, right? Bob Wischusen, who you go way back with.
Oh yeah, the Schneers.
Mark Jones, Dave Pasch, all these guys have called monster games over the years, right? And so we're kind of going back and forth. And it's funny, like one of the younger broadcasters asked this question. I thought it was a good question. He said to them, it's like, hey, how do you guys handle when a guy's just transferred pretty much every year? Like, do you mention all the schools? And everybody kind of laughed and like, well, it just depends on who it is. You know what I mean? Like if it's the quarterback, I guess maybe you mention like he's been at a couple places, and maybe you just mention the most recent place if it's noteworthy or something like that. But yeah, it is, it's basically, whatever you think you need to do in that situation. It's kind of a case-by-case basis. But it was funny because that conversation literally came up.
Yeah, I know. Like when you listen to an NFL game, they're like, hey, he's a former Raven, but now he's on the Colts. Like you mentioned that he was a free agent that got picked up somewhere else. Right. And in college football now, that's exactly. I mean, I as a viewer, George, I'm letting you know this. I as your viewer want to know that if this quarterback is new to North Carolina,
you want to know where he came from.
I want to know where else he played.
Now, most recent, or you want them all?
I want them all.
Okay, DeAndre, do you want them all, or do you want most recent?
Most recent.
Okay, Funchy?
I want them all.
Okay.
I need to know these things.
I want them all, man.
Right,
I want them all.
Right. I need to know, man. Hey, this guy was a superstar coming out of high school. He wound up going to USC. He played for a year. He then transferred to West Virginia.
He took a circuitous route to get here.
Yes, right. He went to Georgia where he was successful for 1 year. And then ultimately he still wanted to play and he had eligibility, so he finished at Rice. I want to know that.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. There was a kid today at Stanford, Ben Gilbranson, who used to play at Oregon State, literally graduated and walked away from football, went to med school. Like, it's like applied to med school, and that's what he wants to be, a doctor. And, he was a pretty decent quarterback at Oregon State. That a couple of years ago, I remember they won 9 games. He was the quarterback. They had this great running game. And they brought him into Stanford. He was there today taking reps. And I was like, is that Ben Gilbranson? And they're like, yep. And they're like, yeah, he had quit football, and he got the itch, and he came back, and we talked to him, and we brought him in, and obviously we've got a great medical program, so he's signed up to med school, but he's going to play. This is his last year of eligibility, and he's going to play. He's going to play here, and if we need him, he's going to play.
Here's another request. Are you ready?
Yeah. He's battling. He's in a camp battle with a former 4-star kid, Elijah Brown from Mater Dei.
Okay. I also, not only do I want to know all the different schools that kids have been at when you're broadcasting these games, I also want to know their age. Because now I feel like college football players are actually older, or in some cases can be older.
Yeah.
Like, you used to have a guy, hey, he's a senior, he's 21, he's 22.
Right. I mean,
wait,
don't forget Chris Weinke once played college football
before
this era.
Oh, no doubt, but that's what I'm getting
because he
at.
went to play minor league baseball for a bunch of years and then came back. He was like 30 years old playing in the national championship game.
There were guys that were, on occasion you'd have
was
a guy.
he was like Scott Bakula in Necessary Roughness. Did you ever watch that movie?
Wow,
yes.
You're really that's quite a pull right there. Yeah,
that's a great
Sinbad.
movie.
That's exactly
Kathy
right.
Ireland.
Do you remember that
Kathy
movie?
Ireland, of course.
Oh yeah.
You
know what, DeAndre? It's kind of a terrible '90s movie, but you should watch it because it's so corny. It's funny.
Got you.
I'll tell you another one. You want to know another corny but funny college football like recruiting movie from the old school? You talk about guys getting paid. Yeah. Anybody ever hear of a movie called Johnny Be Good?
Oh yes.
Anthony Michael
Hall
is the star quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's getting recruited by all these schools, and he's getting all this money, and then ultimately he realizes this all sucks, and he walks into the coach's office at State. You don't know which state, but he's at State.
Yeah.
Right? And he tells the coach, I want to come play at State. As if he was settling for State.
Yeah. Do you remember the program? Oh,
the program.
Omar Epps.
Yeah, the program.
Omar
Very
Epps was
good.
the running back, right?
That's right.
Right.
Holly Berry.
He was the freshman running back.
And who was the guy who was the steroided freak on that team? He put on the makeup like he was the
you should watch that one too, DeAndre, the program. That one's pretty good, actually.
Like he was the road warrior in wrestling.
Yeah, but that one is more like a little more serious.
Darker.
Like that. This Necessary Roughness is a comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like a goofy comedy. Like the program was like, this is what. And that's really what college football was like, Cappy. Would you agree? The program
it was an exaggeration, but I thought it was good.
I mean, slight exaggeration, but a lot of it was similar. I felt like after starting to cover college football a couple years later. So, James Caan was the head coach
of the team in the program. Yeah.
Good movie.
Yeah, Johnny Be Good. Hey, Anthony Michael Hall. I know Anthony Michael Hall is a big listener to this show.
Is he?
Lives down in the South Bay.
Weird Science.
Hey, I love Weird Science. I do. I love Weird Science.
Weird Science was a great movie.
It's
Kelly
a good
LeBrock,
movie.
man. That was probably my. I mean, when I was a little kid, I was in love with Kelly LeBrock.
Oh, so did I. I mean, the way
Lisa.
they made her in the room out of Lisa, he ain't even got a license, Lisa.
Yes.
You remember that?
Of course I do.
She did what? Yeah. Anybody who knows Weird Science knows
Chet,
his lines.
the brother?
Anybody? Right, Chet. Yeah. What was his name?
Oh, his brother was a jerk.
Yeah, no. But he died. Was it Bill?
Oh, Bill.
No, I'm saying the
Paxton,
actor
right?
though in the movie.
Right.
He
Bill
was
Paxton,
like he
I
played a
believe?
big
Bill
jerk.
Paxton.
It was Bill Paxton, but he played
Did
a
I kill him?
huge jerk. Yeah,
Chet. It was the name.
Yeah.
Right, but it's so funny because Bill Paxton played so many nice, good characters as an adult, but as a kid, he played this jerk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was funny.
That was a great
all
movie.
right, Cappy, we're way over the break. So
yet again, you've done it to us again.
No, but this was good though. It was a nice
was a
good
great
college.
segment.
We need some football.
College football. No, it was a good college football because I feel like fans don't understand college football and we need to inform them. You know what I mean? And educate them.
I feel like
thought
I'm
the
being
segment was
informed
great.
and educated.
I feel like no, but Cappy, you learning is like the audience learning too.
It's a balance, guys. It's a balance. Yesterday was all nose picking, and today is actual information.
I mean, and just like good conversation. I
Needed a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how it is. I mean, not
I'm down
every day
and
can
I'm
be
with it.
booger picking.
Right. That can happen any day.
Right. I mean, you just never know.
Right. It's going to happen more later, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Well, listen, Cappy, let me tell you about our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. And boy, am I going to tease some good content coming your way, thanks to our friends at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. So stay tuned for that, is all I have to say. You thought Our social team did a really good job with Cappy's nose picking. Wait till you see what they do with me and Cadillac of Beverly Hills coming up here this fall. All right. And by the way, meanwhile, I'm also obviously excited to announce our partnership with them. The nicest dealership in America, Cadillac of Beverly Hills. And we know Cadillac, but when's the last time you've driven one? Well, I've driven one recently, and man, I'll tell you this. It drives like you're on a freaking cloud. I mean, there's no way else to describe it. And it was like that when I was a kid. I remember my dad had a DeVille, and I was like, man, you can't even feel it like when you're driving this car. Well, it's even better now. And this new lineup of Cadillac EVs, sedans, and SUVs define luxury at the top of its game. So here's the deal. You drive a Cadillac, you know you feel like you've made it. And you have, okay? And you can find them all those vehicles, at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. So go in and say hello to Tony, Dan, and the incredible team at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And you can check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Are you ready for amazing golf at one of the best courses in Southern California and to be part of raising money for an incredible cause? It's time for the 4th annual Give Back Golf Classic, Friday, August 29th at the stunning Black Gold Golf Club in Yorba Linda, benefiting the Folds of Honor Foundation. Folds of Honor, they have a mission to empower deserving military families with educational support and opportunities. Register to play now at blackgoldgolf.com/FOH. Plus, there are still sponsorship opportunities to be part of this amazing event. blackgoldgolf.com/FOH.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Mace here. These days, it feels like there's advice for everything. Cold plunges, gratitude journals, and screen detoxes. But how do you know what actually works for you? Using trusted resources and talking to live therapists can help you break through the noise. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
I feel like your fat is less visceral.
Oh, really?
The LA After.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
After 30 years and more than 20,000 transactions, Seller's Advantage knows how to get you more for your home.
No agent fees, no commissions, just an as-is cash offer.
Call Seller's Advantage or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Come on, Eileen. Dixie's Midnight Riders. Do I have it right?
Yep. Yes, you do.
Dixie's Midnight Riders.
It's Dixie Midnight Runners.
Runners, not riders.
Get it
okay,
right.
let me give you an idea. Here's my guess on the year. I'm going to guess 1982. Am I close?
You're right on the money, man.
No way. Really? 1982?
Seriously. 1982. Number one hit.
I mean, I can remember hearing this song on the radio for the first time and loving this song. I don't know why. And
Great
here
song.
we are, like 40 years later. How about that? George, you know what time it is?
It's time for What the Funch.
People love Funchy. They freaking love him. They loved him last night when we pulled up on Coles.
I had to turn down some autographs and stuff like that.
Right, he's walking down the street.
Seriously,
People are like, "Yo, Funch!" Like
Nah,
he's
man.
like, "What's up, ma? What's up, ma? What's up, ma? Yo, ma. What's up, ma?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yo, ma." Funch, tell George what happened to you after Coles last night.
I got into an accident, actually. A little fender bender. Yeah.
Oh, what? No way.
Yeah, seriously. I was going on to 101, and I was going straight, and a guy that was supposed to go straight, and he was only in a straight-only lane to the right of me, he made a left. He tried going left. So, yeah.
That's a bummer.
It's his fault. He was a nice guy about it. Yeah, it was not a lot of major damage. It was just a big scratch. So,
right.
Yeah, I'm not too pissed off about it or anything.
You get out and kick his ass or anything?
Nah,
did you?
man. He was like an older, man, like 70 or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
All right.
he knew he messed up, too, so.
Okay, so he was apologetic.
Oh, yeah, very. I mean, at first he didn't think he did anything wrong, but I was like, hey, you were supposed to go straight in that lane, not make a left. So, and then he realized what he did, and he apologized profusely.
Okay, well, unlike the guy whose dog peed all over my stuff the other day.
Mm-mm.
That guy was not apologetic.
Not at all, man. Total
All right, Ma.
opposite.
All right, Ma.
All right, we'll keep this really short since we're running up against
What the Funch? Let's go.
All right, my What the Funch is on Jennifer Lopez, who today said that after 4 divorces and 6 engagements, she will not be getting married again. She is choosing herself from now on. And you know what, girl? I ain't mad at that. I applaud that. You know what I'm saying? I applaud that. I'm not mad at her, man. Like, hey, you choose yourself. Hey, you realize that this game of marriage is not for you. So, hey, you're getting out of it. So I applaud you. Seriously.
I do, too.
I like the Jenny from the Block music, too.
It's my favorite J-Lo song.
People will say to me, they're like, so, yo, man, or like Funchy would say, yo, ma.
Yo, ma.
Yo, ma, you getting married again, ma? And I'm like, I don't know, am I? I don't know. Like,
it's just not for you.
Well, hold on. If you get married, right, and you have kids, and you get divorced, and then you get involved with somebody, I hear this from guys all the time. Oh, yeah, I just got married because that's what she wanted to do. I did it for her. I'm like, oh, well, that seems like a smart idea. So you didn't want to get married. You did it for her. I don't know. Do you need to get married again?
I mean, she just literally got into a whirlwind engagement and marriage with Ben Affleck again and then got divorced. So
Right. Again.
So maybe
So
it's not for her.
Yeah. So, or maybe she just hasn't met the right guy yet. Don't give up on love yet, girl. I mean, maybe Mr. Right is still out there for you.
Yeah, that's what it is, too. I believe that everyone should find love and everyone can find love. And maybe the guy that she hasn't, she hasn't found a guy yet.
I could be that guy, Funch.
You could, man. Whoa, man, you wouldn't have to work again.
I know, it'd be
You
so
wouldn't have to
great.
work again. You would just follow her around on tour.
No, dude, she'd have a prenup.
Bro, listen to me.
I would get none of that.
I wouldn't want you to work at all.
First of all, George, couple things. One, I would be her boy toy. Just understand that.
Right.
Okay? Number 2, I would put in the prenup, okay, girl, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I'm leaving my job at ESPN. I'm leaving my girlfriend for you. If it doesn't work out, you got to pay me like $10 million. You got to buy me out. That seems reasonable, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does seem-
I don't know if that's going to work.
Oh, George, by the way, speaking of money, if Debbie is listening right now, she's going to be so pissed to hear what happened last night at Coles.
Oh, yeah. And can I say something? You even mentioned it. after you did it, too.
Oh, I mentioned Debbie
yeah,
for
you said,
sure.
like, hey, I wish Debbie could see this now.
I wish Debbie could have seen me now. George, we walked into Kohl's. We had 8 people. We ordered all of our food. It comes out real fast, too. Real fast.
It's supposed to be out in an hour, too.
Yeah. They actually have a sign, hey, cut us a break, will you? It's going to take about an hour. It was out in 10 minutes. Not even. And all these young kids, dude, DeAndre, Anthony, Jonathan, Funchy, everybody's like, yo, man, yo, ma, here's $20, here's $25, here's mine. I'm like, no, put your freaking money away, all right? Yeah, put your money away. I got you. And then I laid a big one on the bartender. Right back to you, Anthony. Right back. And then I laid a hundo on the bartender in straight cash, homie.
Oh, wow.
How about that? So, Debbie, I don't know, girl. You've just made up your mind. You have just made up this thing. You got this hatred in your heart, girl. You got to let it go.
Debbie, I saw it with my own eyes.
What'd you see, Funch?
DeAndre saw it, too.
What'd you guys see? What exactly did you see?
I saw you broke him off like a big one. Big one. Massive.
I figured, dude, there were 8 of us or whatever. I'm like, I'm just tipping for the whole crew. I got 2 tables here. And who knows? These guys might be losing their jobs because, the place may be closing. Here you go. Here's a big one.
It's my second time seeing this, actually. When me and you went to the Dodgers game, and then I was at Cole's, so.
Look at you, Cappy.
I know this Debbie, she got the whole wrong idea, man.
Are you trying to be man of the people again?
I mean, I don't know if I'm trying. I mean, I think of myself as a man of the people. Yeah. One of our listeners, a gentleman by the name of Alan Harvey, who hit me up on Instagram this past weekend when I was up in Mammoth, who works for Malibu Brewing Company. He was like, hey, can you come by and say hello to us and, take some pictures and, drink some of our beer? And I did. And he said, you're the man of the people. Now, I don't know if I am. I would happen to be Alan's. Shout out to Alan. But, boy, I wish Debbie was there to see that last night, Funchy.
Me too.
Nobody even took pictures.
If she asks, I'll vouch for you.
Why, thank you. There you go. All right, George, you ready to wrap this thing up or what?
Yeah, we got Dealer's Choice up next, Cappy.
Well, I'll get to Dealer's Choice in just a minute. But first, guys, you have seen the signs all over L.A. You have seen the television commercials. You've heard me talking about these guys on the radio for the past 2 years. I'm talking about Seller's Advantage. And if for any reason you think, like, hey, I don't know, this seems a little weird, kind of like they're going to come over to my house, they're going to make me a cash offer, they're going to try and get me out of my house quickly. I don't know, are these guys going to take advantage of me? Nothing could be further from the truth. What I'm here to tell you is this. If you are ready to sell your home and you don't want to hire an agent and you don't want people coming over to your house to look like, and you don't have to leave your house for open houses, and you don't want to listen to a real estate agent who says, hey, we're going to need you to pump like 40 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand into the house. I don't want to put that kind of money into the house. I'm trying to sell the house. Well, you put 50 grand in, you're going to get 100 grand out. I don't want to hear that, okay? What I want to hear is I want Damon and his team to come in, look around, say, hey, place is great. We'll buy it as is. We know what the comps are in the neighborhood. You don't have to put any money into the place. You don't have to replace the carpet. You don't have to paint the walls. We'll buy it as is. Here's our offer. If you like the offer, take it. If you don't like the offer, don't take it. But I'm telling you right now, they're going to make you a great offer. In most cases, you're going to be super stoked on the offer. And in some cases, if you need the cash to move, they can front you the cash. They take great pride in buying on your terms. So if you're ready to sell your home, come on. Let's call Seller's Advantage for that no-obligation offer, 888-390-AS-IS, as in the way we're going to buy your home, as is. 888-390-AS-IS or 888-390-2747. As always, you can visit them online at sellersadvantage.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747.
I was told I couldn't see my children. Then I showed up in court and was told they may not be mine. Then I was accused of anything and everything. Sexual assault, domestic violence, substance abuse, you name it, I heard it. I was forced to go long periods of time without seeing my children. That experience of being wrongfully treated ignited something in me. I can look at a father and honestly tell him, I know how he is feeling. I've been there. At Real Fathers Rights, we care about your family, your livelihood, and your future.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Dive into the Marvel Universe on the official Marvel Podcast. We're going behind the scenes with the creators behind Marvel Comics, the stars of the MCU, and Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige.
But if you want the real answer, if we're trying to get real on this podcast,
celebrate the legacy of your favorite Marvel adventures and characters. The official Marvel Podcast.
I think this show's going to be a real treat.
New episodes every Wednesday wherever you listen to podcasts.
Craving that beach vibe? There's an Islands restaurant near you with all your favorites. Crafting your perfect Islands moments with classic burgers, fresh cut fries, local brews, and never-ending summer drinks. Visit your local Islands restaurant.
I thought Chris would have a rejoin, but apparently he is checked out on us. So, anyway, thanks to everybody who hung out today. The Mongrels, the COT, Andy Kamenetsky for joining Mason earlier and giving us extra content. We appreciate it.
She stood there bright as the sun on that California.
How have the Mongrels been today? I haven't been in the YouTube channel.
I have not been either. I just, I feel like naturally I just thank them now, even though they hate us. I mean, they definitely hate me. But.
Yeah, they do hate you.
Yeah. I mean, good. I don't care. You know me. I love to be hated. So.
I know you do. You like it. You need a nemesis. Hey,
I do. Yes. Yeah. It drives me.
Yeah. Hey, I don't have much time, so I'm going to make this really quick. The Dealer's Choice Real Deal brought to you by Seller's Advantage. You know the story. If you want to sell your house, they're ready to buy it from you. 888-390 as is. You get that no obligation offer. Visit sellersadvantage.com. Real quick. George, 2 nights ago, I'm staying at the East Central Hotel. I'm watching local news, something I rarely do. A woman pulls into her apartment building in downtown L.A., the Piero Apartments. She parks her car, and she sees the dumpster where people put trash. And there's a 20-foot python on the dumpster. She thinks, oh, my God, there's a stuffed animal or a toy or something like that. She goes over, and now she sees the python starting to slither and move. She winds up calling the cops. She calls Animal Control. Animal Control doesn't answer the phone. The cops are like, not our problem. We got bigger things to handle. And she eventually finds a guy named Joseph Hart from SoCal Reptile Hunter. And Joseph comes and takes the 20-foot python and hopefully nurses this thing back to health. Here's my point.
Yeah.
Hey, snake guy.
Yeah.
Hey, people who own snakes. If you don't want your 20-foot python anymore because it's going to eat your neighbor's dog, or you don't think it's funny anymore that your 20-foot python wraps you up like a freaking wrestling move, puts you in a figure 4, hey, snake guy, figure out what to do with your extra snake. Don't throw your freaking snake in the garbage can so that everybody else has to deal with your freaking snake, you jerk off.
Maybe he escaped.
I doubt it.
No, Funch. The receptacle that they put the snake in was actually in the garbage can. So they threw the snake in the garbage.
My God.
Yeah.
Who has a 20-foot python as a pet? What's wrong with you people? God, that pisses me off.
Yeah, and then mistreat it that way.
Right. Snake is not healthy. Snake has a fever. Snake's got diarrhea. I mean, come on, man. Clean up your mess, bro.
Yeah. All right, we're done here,
Snake
Cappy.
owners.
Excellent work, as always. Great job, DeAndre, Funchi, the guys in the back, the COT, the Mongrels, and definitely not Christopher because he didn't do anything today.
Right, that's true. Hey, you're off tomorrow, but have a great broadcast.